the recording, and I'm going to do that same little video all over again, if it's okay, if you don't mind. That's the first little mistake we're going to have this morning, and I'm going to start it again, if you don't mind. Where did that start? The recording, the video, and click on the video. There we go. Why doesn't it work? Okay, for some reason it's not working. I'm trying to play the video there, play the movie. Okay, uploaded videos. Try to play it. Maybe that's because it's already been played. Okay, so we're going to have to let that go by the wayside and just start the seminar. Pardon me. There's a lot of little buttons all around here that I'm clicking on. I've done it before, but now there's, for some reason, I have to go back to my screen. Here we go. All right. So you can see that I'm a real estate broker. I'm not a high-tech genius or anything for all of this kind of stuff, but I have been on the internet for 25 years learning all this stuff, and we still got, I find out that the more you learn today, the more you learn, the more you find out you don't know. But that's my name, Gary Nuska. I'm a CCIM and a CIPS. We're going to invite everyone to consider getting their CIPS designation. That stands for Certified International Property Specialist. It's a great designation to get. I'm going to suggest you can have a pad of paper and a pencil and take notes as we're going through here today, because then you can ask questions about all these various things. We do have a small group here today. There's less than 10. So I think questions will be in order. Sometimes when you get a very large group, we go through the whole thing all at once and then answer questions at the very end. And we've been doing these seminars and conferences for many years. And I would say we do about 60 a year, something like that. And it's going to be increasing as time goes on. And the other designation is CCIM. I happen to be a certified commercial investment member. And we're recommending that all brokers in the world consider taking the CI 101 course. I'm going to recommend that you write that down. That's a great introduction. If you do strictly residential real estate, if you took that first course, CI 101, you will start to understand how people in residential are actually able to start doing commercial real estate as well, by understanding the money that goes into a project, the money that comes out of a project, and how people invest in real estate. And when you think about it, 90% of the millionaires in real estate actually are made from investing in real estate. And if you could show people a picture of how they make money in real estate, you're going to be able to do more deals. A duplex, a triplex, you might think is residential. It is, but it's also commercial. It's also investment as far as we are concerned. So if you take the CI 101 course, it will help you analyze the before and after tax considerations of investing in any income producing real estate. And it'll help make money for your customers, and it'll help make money for each and every one of you as well, because it shows you how to analyze how projects make money. If you show a picture to somebody how they can make money when they leave that property, sometimes people, when they leave a property, have they ever said to you, I'd like to think about it, and then they go away and that's it. Well, if you can give them a picture to take with them of how that property makes money, then they're going to be able to talk to their financial advisors and maybe think about that property, come back to you and say, well, I don't agree with this figure or that figure. You can change those figures and then plug them back in. And maybe instead of offering $980,000 for the property, you offer $890,000 for the property and kind of go from there. The point is, taking that CI 101 course is strongly recommended. I've been a broker for over 40 years, 45 years now. It seems like yesterday. It just seems to go by so fast when you're having so much fun. And today is a need for real estate brokers and salespeople, an absolute need for each and every one of you to be in the marketplace today, because of all the problems that a lot of people are having out there. And it's realtors who can actually help solve some of these problems for realtors, for the owners of properties. And we're going to show you that as we go on. The next one, Certified International Property Specialist. If you're doing residential, that's a no-brainer. You should get your CIPS designation. Helps you understand all the different cultures in the world, how they do business, and the little things that you can be sensitive to about their cultures. And maybe it helps you kind of deal with them a little bit more. Also, it's a tremendous networking service around the world. When you have 4,000 CIPS members, we can try to reach a member in some other country, some other place, and you can feel confident that they can be looked after by somebody who is trained, proven, has the integrity and the ethics to kind of look after that person that you might be recommending. So yes, I've been a real estate broker through the years. I've gone through the trials and tribulations, putting up for sale signs and banging in the middle of winter, and you're doing open houses and you're getting stuck in the mud doing open houses and the keys don't fit. I've gone through it all, and suffice it to say that it's a wonderful, wonderful business. It gives us the freedom to do what we want when we want to. And right to this day, I still enjoy it. And I particularly have specialized in becoming an assistant over the last 25 years of helping brokers one-on-one, assisting them to do business using the powers of the internet. So even though I've been a broker for 45 years, I'd like you to consider me as a personal marketing and information assistant to each of you personally. And you're welcome to call me at any time, make an appointment, chat about different things. And then as far as helping you, we have everyone make an appointment. And how the appointment works is like this. I'm going to show that to you right now, if I may. I'm going to take you to one of our websites, and we have 20 major world websites. And by the way, I've got a door that's open here. I'm just going to close the door, so hold on one moment. And I'm also going to get my water here. I should have closed that door a little earlier. Thank you. Whoopsie daisy. Put this on. I'm calling in by phone today, and the reason is that sometimes when you talk over the internet, sometimes the sound will be delayed for a period of time and you miss things. But when I call in by phone, that the sound will be a little more reliable for everyone to kind of hear it, and also for this recording. But when you, now I was about to show you, just one moment. Let's just come back here. Where was I? Okay. We have many different websites here. You're going to see that there's World Real Estate Information Listing Service. I'm just going to click on that for a moment. And I want you to see that we have many websites in the world today here. And you'll see here it's commercial, business opportunities, residential, and FSBOs. And we're going to be going through that with you in a little while. But all of them are designed to trigger leads for you. But what I wanted to show you, you'll see right up at the top here, it says appointment for assistance. You can click on that. And if you go to one of our other websites that I was just on, it says up here, make an appointment for assistance. You simply click on that. And then up comes a page where it says 60 minutes. You can click on that. Even if it's a short question, go ahead and make it 60 minutes. It's okay. And you can click on a day, and whatever the day is, you can pick your time, and then you click on confirm, and you just put your name and your email and your phone number in here and make an appointment. And then 10 minutes before your time, what you do is you simply go back to the main website and you click on this webinar workshop at the top in the middle, and our two computers will actually be connected, and we actually help you over the internet because everything is mobilized. And I'm going to be showing you a mobile phone on the site here in a moment, and how everyone's doing business using. And it's very busy today, people. There's a lot of networking going on, and hopefully I can convey that to you in a good manner here today as I try. So I've been an internet business coach and mentor for many years to literally over 1,000 brokers and salespeople, and I have my own little way of kind of helping everyone, very patient, to go at your pace. The reason we do the one-on-one assistance is some people are like rabbits and really fast on the internet. I call them the thoroughbreds and the rabbits, and we can go fast with them. And we can also go nice and slow to go keystroke by keystroke to help other people on the internet to take advantage of it, because all of you have wonderful contacts in the business to do business. And that is the strength of the power of this network. We have people from all different walks of life that have their real estate brokerage license, and they've got tremendous contacts in the industry. And as these contacts, the people that you know, that the relationships that you have developed over the years, that makes it exciting, because one of them might say, listen, if you could bring me in $1 million for my property, I'll sell it, but I really don't want to give you a listing today. But if you bring me a buyer, I'm going to think about it strongly. Those are the kind of issues that can be done on this service. We're an information listing service, not a multiple listing service. We're not a service like that where you can write an offer. The MLS is the best service in the industry. It's the backbone of our industry. I've served on MLS committees. We support MLS, of course, all over. In fact, we attend the conferences in Washington just several months ago for the mid-year conference, and we go to the UREA conference. We have booths there. We have a booth at Realtor Quest every year, and so we're just totally compatible with what's going on with MLS. We're more like a classified ad in a newspaper, but controlled by brokers, so that the public does not cut you out of the business. They cannot do it. If they're interested in anything, they have to call you for more information. So we've been speaking at real estate boards and offices for many years. You can go to our website, and you can, if you mark this down, it's called iciworld.com/events. And what I'd like to do is actually show you that events calendar, because going forward, you'll see different events that are coming up in the industry. I'm going to click on events right here. And you can click on events on any one of our websites, and it'll take you to this events page. And you can see our past events here, and you can see recorded webinars on demand right here. So you can actually click on that, and you'll see that we have different webinars. And if you click on this go to stage right there, you can do this on your own time. All you need is the address, iciworld.com/events. And when you come to our GoToMeeting channel, you'll see that there's one that we had some time ago, another one at Right at Home, Realty Executives, and these are some of the ones that are kind of coming up. In fact, there's our one today. We've got another one for the Southern Georgian Bay Association of Realtors coming up on May the 12th, and there's other ones in the woodwork to do. These other events have been recently added to the service, and you'll see ones from RE/MAX and Daryl King. What a wonderful fella he is, running his office. He's very active on social media, and just strong enthusiasm, positive force, and sensitive to what's happening in the market today, along with many, many other wonderful people in this business. Let's go back here and continue on. The seminars that I do and the webinars that I do are conducted in a very different order. But I use the PowerPoint presentation to sort of summarize things as we go along. So you're going to see me do things today that might be a little different from some of our past seminars. And I'll show you what I mean if I can just pull up one here. And this is, I was asked recently, and watch how I can do this. Is a program called Evernote. And these are some notes that I made that are topics that we could be talking about with you on a regular basis. And if you have a special topic that you would like for yourself or your real estate board, we'd love to hear about it. This is a little bit about ICI World, which I've already covered already, some of our websites that you see here. But there's also a free real estate app called ICI World, and it's for iPhones and Androids. And we recommend that for everyone. You can put it on your mobile device and you can do searches. And I don't know how fast I can maybe do this, but I'm going to try to give it a shot right now. And I'm actually going to go to the webinar on my mobile phone. And you can actually go on your mobile phones now, people. And let me see, is this the one that is going on right now? Oh boy, it's right on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click on it. You can actually go to the App Store or the Play Store right now on your mobile phone and search for ICI World. It's one word. And I'm going to try to, I'm joining the meeting right now with my mobile phone so that I can show it to you and show you how wonderful this is to be networking on your phone. There it is there. Let me see. I'm trying to see how I can get it to show. Hide hearts, audio problem, report a problem. Okay, handouts, attentiveness. Okay, hang on. Oh, isn't that interesting? I got into the meeting, but for some reason, it's not letting me right into the meeting. I only get to the spot about, for some reason, it's just not letting me go there. I can try it one more. Oh, there it is there. The screen was in the way. Hang on. Oh, that's what I've got on the screen. I'm trying to switch it over to me. Oh, maybe I have to do it from here. Sorry. I just figured it out. I want to thank you so much for your patience. You're going to find that I cannot speak as fast as you think. And sometimes I have to do some thinking here. Webinar and progress. That's not the one. Hang on. I'm going to go to the other one. Oh, I see. I have to go to the staff one. There it is. There. Panelist. Okay. Let me try to make the presenter. I'm trying to make my phone the presenter here. I finally got it. Thank you for your patience, everyone. It's very tricky, but you're going to see my phone come on the screen here. And let me see. Let's go right back to the main phone screen. There it is. Okay. So I've actually got my phone coming on the screen, and you should be able to see it right now. Now, you'll see up at the very, very top that there's an ICI World button up at the very top, and I'm going to click on that button. And it's going to open the app on the screen. And so this is a free app for everyone in the world. All brokers in the world should have it. It's a free real estate app. It's all several hundred real estate broker members are placing their haves and wants on the service. And down at the bottom of the app, all of you should hopefully have it going by now on your screen. There's 4 choices way down at the bottom. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring it up on my other screen here so I can monitor what's going on. I can see that for some reason, the webinar stopped on one of my monitors here. And I just feel more comfortable if I can just get it going here. Okay, they want me to put in a number 209, sorry, 209. And then it's 448, 448, 435, 435, and click on that. And let's see if I get into the meeting and see the phone on my monitor over here on the side. Oh, great. That makes me feel more comfortable. So, oh, I got to stop that sound over there or there's going to be some feedback. I can do that by audio options and just stop that on the monitor on the side. There we go. Oh, thank you for your patience, everyone. This is magic what I'm doing here. I'm actually showing and displaying my mobile phone to all of you on the screen and through the video there. And there's 5 buttons on the bottom: commercial, business, residential, and FSBOs, and the word more. Now, by the way, I'm going to click on more first because I want you to see the next screen, more. And when it comes up, the 3rd button down says log in. And I'm going to click on that login, and you'll see that the first button on the page says make an appointment. So you can make an appointment with us right from this spot. But I'm going to go back to the main screen, and I'm going to start by clicking on residential. And when I click on residential, what comes on the screen is I'm going to try to make it a little bit bigger here for you. You'll see a form come on the screen. Now, because we're doing the Oakville and Milton Real Estate Board, I'm going to choose Canada up at the top. You can do the same. And then we're going to choose Ontario up at the top. And then I'm going to choose, I'll start by choosing Greater Toronto Area. You can do that on your phones at home too. Take your time. You'll have time to do it. Install the ICI World app, and you'll be able to do this. And here's what's wonderful, people. Watch this. I'm going to click on, down at the bottom, I'm going to click on, I'll make it a little bigger so you can see it. It says search database down at the bottom. And literally within 1 second, you're going to see homes come up in the GTA area. And if I was to click on the first one, which is coming for sale, in other words, before someone has it listed, sometimes an owner will say, well, listen, in 2 months, I'd like to put it on MLS. In the meantime, you could put it on here, coming for sale. This is an information service. We're going to teach you how to handle real estate information in a manner that is compatible with RECO. For the people around the world that might hear this term RECO, it stands for the Real Estate Council of Ontario, and all licensing bodies in the world, right across Canada, right across the United States, we all have to follow the auspices of our real estate board licensing body. And ours is called the Real Estate Council of Ontario. And with the Real Estate Council of Ontario, I'm going to be going through it further. You are not allowed to give an address to anyone unless you have the consent of the owner in writing. So if you are going to give an address to someone, you must have the consent of the owner in writing. However, if you do not put the address and you simply say, I have a home in Oakville that's $1.3 million, double car garage, 1 block from the lakefront or from the port, you can do that without a signed listing. There's a special way to do that I'm going to be showing you, and that's one of the things that you can do today. Something that you cannot do on a real estate board and shouldn't be done on a real estate board for that matter, for various reasons, which we can cover for later. But when we click on, oopsie daisy, let me open that back up. I'm going to go ahead and click on that very first one, and you'll see that the information is there, $1.6 million, and you'll also see the name of the person who's got it. In this case, it's someone in Oshawa, a real estate broker in Oshawa. You could give them a call and say, you know, I have someone interested in that price range of home in that area. Can you put me on your list? And once you get the listing signed, could you give us a call? We'd like to be one of the first people through the property. It's as simple as that. There's a lot of money being made, a lot of brokers that are doing business and jumping on things before things happen. Now I'm going to click on commercial this time over here. And just for fun, instead of doing just the Greater Toronto Area, I think I'll come down and I'm going to do Milton just for fun. And I'm going to click on search database. And literally within a second, you'll see the latest buyers and sellers for Milton. You'll see people who want to buy gas stations, and you're going to find people. There's people looking to buy gas stations, hotels, motels, restaurants, daycare centers, submarine places. Now, why do I mention that to you who may be doing mostly residential? The reason is I liken a residential salesperson similar to a general practitioner doctor. If somebody goes to a doctor and they have a problem with their ear, nose, or throat, you call an ear, nose, or throat doctor. If there's a problem with your heart, he will refer you to a heart doctor. Now, if you know that there's buyers looking to buy a restaurant today, I'm talking today, there's deals going on today. There's showings going on today. I'm in touch with several hundred brokers. They're still doing business. They are all practicing social distancing. When they show a restaurant, they're 6 feet away. They let the person walk around. When they show a home, they're putting all the lights in the home on so that nobody has to touch the lights when you go in. The person goes in and they have little mitts on. They have little plastic gloves on. They have the mask on, and they put little booties on their shoes, and they assure them that they haven't traveled any place for the last 2 weeks where they could be out of the country someplace. And then you have a chance to go see the home. Now, we had one broker, there were 3 people interested in the property. And the owner of the home, the son, had his mother in bed, and he did not want to move her or let her leave the house, and they didn't want people through the house at this time. But they wanted to sell the house. So what happened, there was one family who had to see the home, but they couldn't see the home. But the other 2 families made an offer without seeing the home. They actually made the offer without seeing the home. So you can see that things are getting done not in the normal way. We have to adjust in this new environment with this pandemic going on to be careful on how you show homes. But if you're careful, if you practice social distancing, and other people, they sold a piece of land. He drove up in his car. The other people drove up in their car, and they kept their distance 10, 20 feet away. They were still able to talk for an hour and a half and still talk about that piece of land. So you can still show properties. Now, in the case of residential real estate people and commercial people for that matter, if you could call an owner of a restaurant and say, listen, and you can do some networking this way and talk with them about what's happening, but introduce yourself, say, I happen to be in real estate. I just have a question to ask you. If I was able to get you a buyer for your restaurant today at the price you wanted, would you consider selling? Well, my question to each of you is, could you do that today if you wanted to? Ask someone, would they consider selling? Now, in the case if he happened to say yes, we have a list of buyers here. Now, in this case, this is somebody that wants a gas station was the third one down. The other one is a plaza. There's development land, manufacturing businesses wanted. There's a lot of wants here for a franchise, for instance. I'm going to click on that one. There's somebody that wants franchises, and it could be for any kind of business for that matter. There's built-in buyers here. In fact, if you go to the business one, you could actually click on the wants. I'm going to do that and go down, and I'm going to leave it on the GTA for a moment. And I'm going to click on search. And you're going to see buyers for all kinds of businesses. And there's buyers for hotels, motels. And so if there was a buyer for a motel, a hotel, as soon as things pick up, could you talk to the owner of a Comfort Inn and ask them, I'm in real estate. If I could get you the price you wanted for your hotel, motel, would you consider selling? Today, a lot of them, a lot more would be willing to sell right now, today. So you could call them up before 5 o'clock today and ask them, would they consider selling? The reason I'm saying that is I kind of think that there's two major groups in the world of people. One, sometimes there's people that are having hard times, really suffering bad. You've got people that have properties that are costing them every month, and the overhead is, $5, $10, $15, $20,000 a month. I know in Las Vegas, those hotels, they're $1 million a day, $15 million, all that kind of stuff. So everybody's suffering the overhead of having to continue on without doing any business. But on the other hand, you've got other people who have literally millions of dollars, and there's trillions of dollars of buyers on ICI World that are looking to buy. Now is a time a lot of them want to look to buy because maybe they'll get just a little more reasonable deal than what they might have got with normally. And maybe they can do a joint venture with that owner to let them stay there and operate the business when it goes and share and try to get them over the hump of the problems that they're going through. And it's real estate people that can help this economy get back on its feet. I would be digging in more now than ever before. I wouldn't be stopping or slowing down. I would be thinking, who can I talk to? And now's the time to talk to a lot of people about their relationships and what they want to do. And if they say, well, I'm going to sell my home once this outbreak is over, you can put that on ICI World. Once the outbreak is over, I have a home in Oakville. It'll be approximately $1.5 million. You can do that now and tell the people when they call, I'm going to put your name on a list. Once I get the listing signed, I will call you back and you can be one of the first people through the property, through the first open house that we do once we get the listing signed. So you can be doing a lot of networking right now. This service was built for networking and it's very exciting. All the deals I was showing you at the very beginning before we started this particular seminar was all those sales of all those people doing with exclusive information. It's so darn exciting. I'll show some of those because I notice a bunch of people have now joined a little later in as well. Okay, so that's the app on your phone that you can connect and do business. It's free for you to search them all. And if you want to be a member to do this, we do have a special today. I'm going to tell you now, and you're not obligated to join. You can have the app for free. You can search, make connections. But if you want to place your information on here, then normally it's $319 per year or $40 per month. But the special today is $240, and not just for 1 year. We are giving an 18-month special at a special website called NREILS.com. I'm just going to show that on the screen. Oh, you can't see that on the screen. I'm going to switch back in a moment. I'm going to actually bring up another website that is called NREILS.com. And this is what it's going to look like. And you can see it up at the top, NREILS.com. and see if you can see that. You should mark that down. This is the only place you can get the special. And this is a way of measuring a lot of the things that we're doing by just having the one spot for the special. We have 20 other major world websites. There's over 1 million pages that link to all the things we've been doing since 1994. And all those links link to your information when you place it on here. I mean, there's 40,000 IP addresses a month that are pinging all these various websites and doing things. So it's a tremendous traffic and connections that everybody's made. But this is the website that you go to kind of join today. You would click on that little, we call it a hamburger button. Now the hamburger button is not the 3 dots at the top right corner, which you'll see way up there. It's the little lines that you see at the top right corner. I'm going to click on that hamburger button, and you're going to see some choices come on the screen. The reason I'm showing you this is going to be something else we're teaching today, how you can get your customers to put your mobile website on their mobile phone. This is part of the marketing plan, people. If you're not doing it, you're missing opportunities to do deals. You'll hear me speak about that. And I want to mention to all the people that have joined in since we started that you have to have a little patience with me, because I cannot speak as fast as you think. So you got to have patience with me. But I can tell you, it's making money for lots and lots of brokers. And I'm telling you, there's tens of thousands of dollars our members are making, hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's there. I put it, the testimonials are online. Call them up. It's not fake like some of you might think. Oh, I wonder if it's really real. I've been a broker myself for over 40 years. Okay, and in the industry for a long time, and other people know me, that I have integrity along with yourselves as well. Otherwise, you can't continue on very long if you don't. But the reason I'm showing you this, you go to this website here, and you'll see that it says Join Today down near the bottom. I'm going to click on that, Join Today, and you'll see another screen come up that it says that we are a society of real estate brokers and salespeople. We've been operating since 1994. We have several hundred members. So the listings you see are from several hundred members, and you only see the listings that are less than 90 days old. So when I showed you those, several hundred listings in the GTA, 1,000 listings, and they're all less than 90 days old. And I'm going to go down the page a little bit, and you'll see step 1, and you'll see where it says the 240 on the screen. You just click on 240, but make sure you don't click on USA. For some reason, I'm getting people in the USA clicking on Canada, and I'm getting Canada clicking on a USA. Please try to keep that clear. Look for always double check when you do things, when you're choosing things and doing things. And you'll see $30 a month. Either one you could end up choosing if you wish to do today. And of course, we would love the opportunity to be your assistant. We are personal marketing and assistants to several hundred real estate brokers and salespeople, and we thoroughly enjoy giving everyone a hand. You just make an appointment like we showed you before. When you click on it, it will come up with a form. You fill in the form, and after you fill in the form, it'll take you to a spot where you can make a payment. Now, make an appointment, whatever you do. I'm going to go back to our main screen. We're going to switch back here, and so I can make sure that I get back to the right one. I hope I'm on the right one. Is this the one here? Let's try this one here. Presenter has control. Let me try it. No, that's not the one. Request keyboard. Make presenter. Let me try that. Show my screen. Okay, so I'm back to my screen. All right, so let's continue on. Now, you notice today that I'm doing things in a different order. Instead of doing the standard page by page in a WordPress presentation, I'm doing what is sort of coming up that I think is really exciting for the industry, for everyone to take advantage of, because we've been working on it for 25 years. But today, it's so smooth. You saw how nice and easy it was to get onto the internet and to kind of go search. That's how fast it is. 1 second to bring it up once you've got it on the front page of your phone. 1 second to click on commercial, residential, or FSBOs, or even the business opportunities, and 1 second to click on it to see the latest listings in your area. You do that maybe once every couple of days to see what your colleagues are putting on here. Otherwise, you could be missing doing deals and not even realize it. So those are one of our earlier websites, iSareWorld.mobi. The free app, I just showed you about that, how to display listings, have and wants. Now, one of the things that I wanted to show you right now is how to display haves and wants on all websites. So if and when you were a member, there is a way that you can display listings on other brokers' websites. Let's see, and I've got a little button over here that's all set up right here, and you'll see it's called boards. I just made that. I have, when we do list presentations, I'll make a list of a few websites that I'll show in the essence of time. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to click on Open All, and look at that. All these websites are opening up instantly. And again, if you become a member, we'll show you how to do that, because we think that every member should be using this special bar here called the favorites bar. Let's see if I can get rid of that other little bar. This is the favorites bar all along here. This should be all the favorite websites that you visit on a regular basis. I'm going to delete this one because I've got him. He was one of the ones that I saved. And I'm going to save that. I put him into real estate boards here. Now I'm going to click on this button first because I want to give you something that you can look at after we finish today. You're going to see a website address here called HTTPS. You should all mark that down. This is 50 sample websites of other brokers, and one of the most important tools of the internet is to have a website, but not just a website. You should have a mobile website, one that people can put on their phones. So the marketing plan, very important. By the way, whenever I say the word important, your ears should pick up. This is a time for you to make money, and you can agree or disagree. Here it is. Wouldn't it be wonderful if every single one of all your customers, all the friends that you know, all the acquaintances, all the people that are in your sphere of influence, wouldn't it be wonderful if all of those people had your mobile website on their phone, on their mobile phone? So every single one of your customers, what they can do, they can put your mobile website on their mobile phone, and then whenever they're looking for real estate, what's beautiful about it, they go to their phone and they can bring up your website on their phone, and if they see a piece of real estate, bingo, they can end up calling you. And then say, I'd like to go see this home tonight at 7 o'clock. Can you show it to me? And it was because you kept in touch by having your website on their mobile phone. So over the next year, we suggest that everyone get all of your customers to put your mobile website as a shortcut on their phone. And let me show you one thing, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So there's two things that I have in mind to do. And if you mark that down, I'm going to go down this page. You can listen to the video later, read through this information. If you don't have a website, we supply websites. Websites are as little as $16.95 up to $34.95. We have the two options here today if you're interested, but simply make an appointment to discuss it. The websites can be free for 30 days, and after that, there's little as $16.95. In fact, at Realtor Quest each year, we have one of the busiest booths at that show because we make a statement that you could have a $30,000 website and it's not as powerful. And I'm going to show it to you now within 3 minutes. And you tell me if it's not as powerful as a $30,000 website. In fact, I'm going to show it first, right off the bat. Here we go. Here's a wonderful, wonderful lady's website, Mary Coughlin in Royal LePage. Wonderful lady. She is so diligent in helping her people. She's just a wonderful professional in the business. This is a sample of one of her websites. And you'll see it come up. And this website is basically free for 30 days. After that, it's $16.95. We are official distributors of this website. We are official supporters and technical support for the website. We're also the designers of this website. And when you join ICI World, we'll actually build this website in conjunction with you. You actually see us building it right before your very eyes. Now, some of you already have a website. Websites, however, are like billboards. You can actually have more than one. When Chanel comes into Toronto marketing their products, what they do is they have 5 billboards. They don't have just one billboard. They actually have 5. You can have 5 websites someday. If they're working automatically, if they're generating leads for you, why not? If they're not generating leads, if they're not doing anything for you, then why even have a website? However, you give us a chance, whether you're a member or not. If you don't understand some of these things that we're talking about today, simply make an appointment and we will go through and show you how all of this is done. Absolutely free. We just love you to be able to do it. If you don't join, maybe you'll tell other people. If you don't join, maybe you'll connect with somebody on the network and go make some money with them, and then they're happy to renew. So it's an educational session today about what we're doing. Now, on this website, what makes it powerful? It's not the design of a website that makes it powerful, in my opinion. Now, I'm a broker. I think that what triggers leads are listings. And look at this. On this page, you're going to see there's several choices, networks of listings. There's one of them, of course, is MLS. That's the backbone of our industry. We are official installers of the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board IDX listings. We install this on websites so that people can search the MLS from your website. So that's a no-brainer. Every broker in the business should have MLS. And if you don't, you're missing out. It's the backbone of our industry and you should always have it. But the next thing you can have on your website is from the website company, and I'm going to click on this GTA Homes button. And this website company, when I click on it, you're going to see, and you'll see it working. There's a little tab way up at the top there going around and around. That's how I know it's working. You should never click a bunch of times or you're building up your clicks and it's going to slow things down. Only click once, but look at the top to see if it's working. And you'll start to see her homes come up. And then down here, you'll start to see a higher price series of homes come up. These are other brokers who have agreed to allow their homes to be on her website. So here's one in Forest Village. I'm just going to click on that for sake of argument. So you can have these homes on your website. This is another major network that you don't have right now unless you're on with this particular network. And that's why we say you can have more than one website. And then you'll see how nicely displayed your picture will be here, how all your telephone numbers are here, and how you can go through the pictures of the home. I call this the ultimate in marketing on the internet. Thank you so much, dear. Nope, that's going to be fine. Thank you. I don't know. No, you just leave it there. That's great. Thank you so much. And that was my wife bringing me a little cup of coffee, and I really appreciate it. So we're going to be taking a break, by the way, people, in 15 minutes. At 11:30, we're going to take a 4-minute break, okay, at 11:30. And then we'll be coming right back at it. But I wanted to show you, I'm calling this the ultimate in marketing on the internet, where people from Europe, from Asia, from all over the world, they can click onto your website and they can see these beautiful color photos. Now, I know some of you have got beautiful listings on your website, and it's wonderful. And we're going to show you how to make it work with special other things to go on your website here in a moment. Okay, now, somebody can call Mary on one of these homes. Now, Mary has a choice. If somebody calls you on this particular home, they say, can I have more information on this particular home? Mary could say, yes, I will have someone call you back. And then Mary can get a hold of the broker that's got this particular listing and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? So she could do a referral. She doesn't have to go sell it herself. Now, I know there's a lot of part-time people in this real estate business. You can be providing a really good service for all the full-time brokers and for the public to give them more choice. Because if the public comes to your website and you want to do a referral, and we've got a lot of brokers who we never really retire in this business. We sort of fade away in the distance. But I'm suggesting you never give up your license now. Never. You do what we call our retired brokers program. If you want, mark this down on a pad of paper. It's called www.retiredbrokers.com. I need to have that sip. It helps me talk, so pardon me for doing that. www.retiredbrokers.com. And for the people that want to just do referrals, go to www.referralbrokers.com. If I speak too fast and you want me to repeat anything, there is a chat window on the right. There's a question window on the right. You'll see it'll say questions with a little arrow, and you click on it, and you can type in a question, and I'll see if I can get to it. If I don't get to it here, I definitely will at the end of the session. And so Mary can go make an appointment and go show this property herself. These are, I don't know how many tens of thousands of websites are supplied by this company, but they are offering their listings to be on her website and vice versa. It's another major marketing program going on in the world by this other company. In addition to that, there's another button down here called Residential Haves and Wants. So not only does she have MLS, but everyone's got MLS, or you should have. She's also got these other networks of homes on her website, which a lot of them are exclusive. And then you have these listings here, Residential Haves and Wants, which are coming from ICI World, but nobody will know it. Watch this. I'm going to change this, and we'll go do a search in Canada and do a search in Ontario. I'm going to do a search in the GTA, and I'm just going to stop at the GTA for now, but this time I'm going to sort them by price. And what I might do is I might just look at the haves, just the haves. Haves are the properties for sale and for lease. Wants are what people are looking for. So you might want something. If you want something, you have to search for the haves. I chose haves. There they are coming up on the screen, and you'll see them coming up here. There's one on the Bridle Path. There's homes coming for sale in Caledon. Now, here's what's exciting. If this is your website, I'm going to repeat because I want to make it clear. If this is this is important. Remember, whenever I say the word important, this can make you a lot of money this next year, starting tomorrow. You know, it's possible. You have this on your website. If somebody, the next person that comes to your website, and let's say they search this, and let's say they're interested in this one, they are going to try to click on that number, and they cannot do it. And if they cannot do it, who do they have to call? They have to call Mary. That's what's triggering leads for everyone. That's why everyone is getting these. Now, we are calling this widgets from ICI World from your website. People say, what the heck are widgets? I'm calling it a widget. It's an IDX link that we've been doing for 10 years that's helping brokers trigger leads from their website. And people, I'm going to use the term, it is absolutely inevitable for you to trigger leads. And the reason is no one can click on these listings. If somebody sees this listing here in Toronto, they cannot click on it. If they see this one here for sale in Mississauga, they cannot click on it. Here's one in Burlington, another one in Burlington. Here's coming, whoopsie daisy. Where's that one? There it is, coming for sale in Milton. People cannot click on those numbers. They have to call you for more information. That is what's making money. It triggers a lead for you, and people are going to call you up and they're going to say, you know, I'm interested in message 386546. Can you help me? And you should say, yes, I certainly can help you. I will have someone call you back. You get a hold of the other broker who's got that listing and say, I have a lead for you. Is a 25% referral commission okay with you? These listings here in the residential area are 50% exclusive, and the other 50% are on real estate boards. So you can get a call from one of these and trigger a lead. Now, you might be in residential real estate, but is it possible that somebody could be interested in commercial investment? one of your people might be investing in properties. Maybe they're looking for a little apartment building, or they're getting together and want to buy apartment buildings. Look at that. And I'm saying to you, would you like to have on your website over 300 apartment buildings from $90 million on down? And you can go right down to the price range that you're interested in, and you'll see that they go right down to the hundreds of thousands right there. In fact, let me go to the next results in case some of the people are wondering. There they are, Mississauga. There's a 569,000. That's a duplex. Duplexes are income-producing properties. They're commercial, and you'll see them coming for sale here. So when you see these kinds of properties that are coming for sale, these are not on the Toronto Real Estate Board right now. Maybe they will be if they don't get an offer here ahead of time. What happens is they tell people once it's listed, they'll call them back. Once it gets listed, they'll put those people names on a list, and then once it's listed, they'll do an open house and then invite all the people to that first open house. So these are the kind of things. There's an assignment sale, etc., that you can be getting calls on. So this is just wonderful, inevitable to trigger leads. Now for the commercial real estate people, it's wonderful as well. I'm going to click on Ontario Commercial. In fact, residential people, when you go to pick up a check at a lawyer's office, you should ask the lawyer. And here's a very special question. Do you know anyone looking to buy or sell any real estate in the next 1 to 5 years? That's a question you should be asking everyone. You could be standing in line in Tim Hortons someday, 6 feet. Do you know anyone interested to buy or sell any real estate in the next 1 to 10 years or 1 to 5 years? And that lawyer might say, oh, as a matter of fact, one of my clients got a shopping center for sale. Look at this. You have a list of wants for shopping centers. Look at that. I'm going to click on the wants for shopping centers right there, and you're going to see all the wants for shopping centers. This works for all kinds of product in the marketplace. Look at that. Now, this is very important in today's day and age because there's a lot of people that need to sell their properties today, all kinds of businesses. Watch this. I'm going to go to different keyword businesses, and you'll see that you can search for hotels, motels, restaurants. If I was to click on hotels and click on search, look at all the hotels and motels that come up on the screen, all instantly. It's basically instantly. If you are dealing in waterfront property, and I'm going to be doing a seminar for the Georgian Bay Real Estate Association on May the 12th, you're all invited again if you wish. You can go online, go to our events. You should mark this down, iciworld.com/events. And you can get in on the next one, which is May the 12th for the Georgian Bay. I'm going to show them how to do some keyword searches for residential. I'm going to click on residential, and I'm going to come down here, and I'm going to choose, look at that, coming for sale, if you want to see all those homes. And I'm going to just leave it on all of Ontario because we're going to be stretching it out here. And I'm going to, actually, I'm even going to click on more than 3 months. This is the date of the listing for demonstration purposes. And I'm going to show you all the properties coming for sale that people could be missing if they don't check it out. Now, it's not thousands of listings like the real estate board, but it's 113, and one of them could be in your area. So we suggest that you should always be checking this out because it could be the home of the dreams for one of your people, and every one of you I know wants to do the best possible job for your people. Let's go to waterfront. Watch this. I'll go down to the bottom to waterfront and come down here. And you know what I'm going to do? I'll leave it. I'm going to sort them by price just to see what's going on. And bingo, up comes some waterfront properties. A-T-E-R. There they are. There's some waterfront properties. Let's go back. That was, let me just make it a little more than that. I just want to see if we do it, stretch it out. Oh, if you want somebody or looking for a beach or a cottage, you can come here for cottage. I'll change it to cottage just for fun. Okay. And we'll actually sort them by price again. And bingo, up comes cottages. And you can do this on your mobile phone. You can search all this right on your mobile phone. That's how fast it is. But if you want a nice beach, you know, maybe for the kids, why don't we do another one for beach? Come down here and do a search. and you'll see some beach properties come up. There they are. So yeah, this is pretty exciting, the way you can zero in on things. So now this is incumbent upon you. So if you do become a member, you got to make sure you put the keyword searches in your ads. And that's where we will help you to make sure that you're aware of keywords that you should put in your ads. Because if you're trying to sell a Tim Hortons for sale franchise and you don't put the word donut, people that search donut are not going to find you. If you search, if you have a flower shop and you don't put the word florist and flower in your subject line, people could be missing you. So those are called keyword searching. Another important, remember I say the word important, to help you make money when you're doing things that use keyword searching. So this is a website that is as little as $16.50 a month. People can also search businesses here. We still think this is important, yes, for residential people, because somebody could click on it. You can do a referral. We have one broker who has done 15 referrals. That's a total of 75 minutes of his time, and he made $45,000, $3,000 average each, 15 referrals, $45,000 for 75 minutes of time. That's over a period of months. And that's from triggering leads from doing this kind of stuff. You'll also notice under commercial that we have a FSBO area. Now, here's the big deal. ICI World, in one respect, is like classified ads in a newspaper. And so if I was to click on this, what you're looking at are really a mini classified ad. And it turns out that it qualifies people better than you ever realized. Because when somebody calls you on a property, they already know the price, they already know the area, they already know the type of property. They just qualified themselves. So we have some brokers report that they get into deals within 4 calls. Not many calls, but within 4 calls. That's pretty good. If you have a showing today, you have a chance to make money today. If you don't have a showing today, you have 0 chance to make money today. This is all about triggering interest in people to set up showings so that you can make money. The average time spent on our service, once you become familiar with everything, once you've had our 1 hour complete orientation and become familiar with things, the average time spent on our service is less than 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. They just click on, and I'm going to finish off this first half by clicking on one website. This is the one that I'm used to working with, but all these other websites here, ILS, WREILS, www.NREILS, all these other websites are tools for what I call a broker's information toolbox. We simply hope that you like them and use them and make money with them and provide good service to the public, making connections with all this stuff. And what was I going to show you here? I just forget. We're just finishing off here. There you can just click on search whenever you want. There's our events if you need to get into events. And if you join here on our main page, that'll be the full price to join, which is $319 per year. But you all have the special at this special website here called NREILS. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play another 4-minute tribute. We all are going through the pandemic right now. And this was a tribute that was put on by the World Health Organization a little while ago. And it just really kind of touched me. And hopefully you're kind of going to like it. I'm going to try to play. I hope it works. Didn't work the last time I did it, but I think I fixed it. That's one good thing about if you have a problem. And where is the screen that? Okay, here we go. I'm going back on the screen. Where is the screen that I can get the video? Hang on one second. The video should be there. And I'm going to try to click on it. Why is that taking up the full screen? I don't know. Oh, there it is. Okay, people. There's now going to be an intermission for about 4 minutes. And then I'm going to be coming back. This is a tribute to all the medical workers and everybody that's looking after us today, from grocery workers, and it doesn't matter who they are, taxi drivers and truck drivers and just everybody in the business, because we're all social distancing and they are supporting us and keeping us going. And we're very fortunate that we have all of these doctors and nurses that are going there, and they're risking their lives to kind of save everybody. So it's tremendously courageous when you think about it. And here's a tribute to them by Bocelli, Celine Dion, and others.
and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place,
guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved.
sogniamo un mondo senza più violenza, un mondo di giustizia e di speranza, ognuno dia la mano al suo vicino, simbolo di pace, di fraternità. La forza che tu dai. We ask that life be kind and watch us from above. Ognuno trovi amore. We hope each song will find intorno e dentro sé another soul to love. Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer.
Just like every child,
Just like every child, need to find a place.
guide us with your grace.
Sento che ci
Wow, wasn't that fantastic? Let me just, okay, we're coming back here. I just think that was just marvelous. And that really touches me. If you, I really enjoyed that. Now, I got to be careful what I'm doing here because all these windows are open here. Hang on one second.
Say something?
Oh, definitely. Go ahead.
That was fantastic.
Thank you so much. I'm going to try to get back here. I got all these buttons. I got to figure out which one to press here. Oh, hang on, people. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to be okay now. I can see what's going on over there. All right, so that was our intermission. We're kind of going to get back started here. And actually, I'm going to show this very quickly. This is something else I haven't done before, but I'd like to do it today. Let me just go and do that here and start here. I was telling you before that, you know, half the industry, in my opinion, is, and by the way, anybody that wants to unmute themselves and say that was wonderful, you're welcome to, if you want to. I think I've got, let me see, have I unmuted? Oh, okay, so self-muted attendee. I'm actually going to unmute people. Dr. Ahmed, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, how did you like that rendition by Celine Dion and the musical tribute?
It is fantastic.
Isn't it something, eh? Okay, so if you can, I wish I could talk with all of you more, but I've only got 2 hours here. And actually, I'm way behind other things. There's going to be things that are going to be left out. And I just love speaking with you and with everyone, but I'm going to save that to the very end, who people want to stay. And I will stay. And the last time I did this, we stayed for another hour and a half. Everybody stayed and they went and got their lunches and they came back and they had a soup and a sandwich while they're talking to us. But I want to get through our complete presentation to make sure I cover everything. So I'm just going to move forward, if I may, And I'm looking forward to hearing from each and every one of you here today. And thank you, Doctor, also for your comments.
Thank you.
Okay. Now, working the wants, in my opinion, and of course, as you know, I've got my own little opinion in this business too. Half the industry people is being overlooked. All the buyers are being overlooked. The buyers, there's two sets of people out there, the ones that are suffering and maybe out of money, out of cash flow and stuff like that. But there's other people with a lot of money, and they are the ones with the wants. And nobody's going to them and saying, listen, why don't you put your wants out here and let some of these desperate, perhaps, people that are running into problems, let them call you. And that's happening. But every licensed real estate broker in the world must post their wants on the service. You can do it free without joining in database 2 for the wants, but you get limited exposure to the brokers on the service. If you join the service and you become a member, your information goes into database 1, which has worldwide exposure, and people can call you directly. Now, the wants, owners may wish to sell. There's people in, as we're saying, financial difficulty, and there's buyers on ICI World ready, willing, and able. Today, I don't know where people are getting the idea that the real estate business is shut down. The number of transactions may go down. The number of homes on the market may go down. The prices may stabilize or maybe come down a little bit. But there's always transactions. I've been through many of these upturn and downturn cycles. What you do is you drive the other way. You adjust yourself on how you do this business, and you start looking at the wants and then talking to people that need your help. And today, the people really need your help. And so we're suggesting that you really check out the wants and call these people that have the wants, and then try to call people in your community who you think might wish to sell, because you can help them. And your call out of the blue, you might be a savior to them right now when they say, you know, we've got buyers for restaurants. If you're interested in selling, you might say, sure, you bring me in $400,000. I'm going to sell it today. That might be a terrific deal. Good for him, good for the buyer. By the way, businesses are 10%. That's $40,000 commission that could be made. Even if you do a referral and it's commissions are split half and half to the selling agent, half to the listing agent, $20,000 a piece. Even if you do a referral and you get 25% of the one end, that's $5,000 for doing a 5-minute referral. So you could be doing this stuff right now. And I think that's a vital function. So I'm suggesting that you could be asking to speak to the owner of any business today, even daycare centers, all kinds of things out there. And you simply say, introduce yourself. May I ask a question? If I could get you the price you want, would you consider selling? Could you ask that to someone today over the phone? The answer, of course, is yes. You can do it. And then if they say no, you simply take their information and put them in your database, and you can contact them later, and they might say, well, not at this time, but if I ever change my mind, I'll call you back. You've just planted a seed, and maybe they call you back in 2 months. And if it was the owner of a motel for $4 million, you could get a call on it. You can do a referral if you're not going to handle it. You are a contact person in this business. I don't care if you have a residential or a commercial license. You're a vibrant, good personality, professional in every way. And if you can unearth a potential opportunity for anybody to sell or buy anything, you can do referrals just like the doctors do, just like the lawyers do. You can do referrals. So treat yourself as a general practitioner, and you'll give it off to people that specialize in certain things. You can do that. But if they say, yes, I'd like to sell my business now. I've got no business coming in at all. I can't meet my payroll. I'm in dire straits. And then you say, would you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? And when I ask people, is there any problem with that question? No one has a problem with that question. And then you go to the second question and you ask them, will you give me a 48-hour listing to cover my showing once I have a buyer to show the property to? So in other words, even though we are working exclusive real estate, it doesn't mean that we don't put an agreement in place first before showing the property or before divulging an address of the property to someone. And it doesn't have to be 48 hours. I had one broker in Sudbury, got a 2-hour listing. He was getting an offer in the afternoon. He says, listen, my buyer's in town. Can I show him to him at 12 o'clock? He showed it to them at 12 o'clock. The last question is, you ask them, and this is verbal, because a lot of times when you ask an owner of a property, a hotel, a motel, a gas station, it doesn't matter what it is, a daycare center, flower shop, a pizza establishment, submarine sandwich, it doesn't matter. They will say, no, I don't want to put it on MLS. And the reason is they don't want people sometimes to know that their property's for sale. Normal circumstances, they don't want that. And that's because it could be bad for business. Maybe today it might be different. The point is, if they say no, I don't want to give you a listing, and all people in residential real estate get that from all the for sale by owners. If you went to Kijiji today, those are for sale by owners trying to sell their property privately. Could you call them up and say, listen, would you pay me a commission if I brought you a buyer? Yes. Would you give me a 48-hour exclusive listing to cover my showing once I have a buyer? Of course. In fact, the National Association of Realtors statistics indicate that 90% of all the FSBOs in the world are sold by you, licensed real estate brokers and salespeople. But by asking these 3 questions, it's a sophisticated way to work with for sale by owners, because you said you weren't going in there to try to get a listing from them. You said, will you pay me a commission if I bring you a buyer? And that removes the stigma that they have to say, no, I don't want to give you a listing. It freshens up the conversation. They like your interest all of a sudden. And then you say, listen, will you give me verbal permission to advertise it, but I'm going to do it without giving the address. And that's important. I'll be summarizing later on in this presentation today. The RICO requirement that you must not ever give an address of a property unless you have the consent of the owner in writing. You've got lots of legal things to remember in this business. You take courses every single year. You take courses to get into this business. Some people have taken 1 year just to get the real estate license. And all these legal things. And if you put one check mark, hot water tank rented, and it's not rented, it's owned, you can get into trouble for all these kinds of things. This is just one thing. If you are going to give an address of a property to someone or identify a property, you must have the consent of the owner in writing. But if you don't give the address, you can network that information on an information listing service. That's the distinction we're making with information. You cannot write offers from an ILS service, from information listing service, such as this service has been developed over the years with the input of several hundred, over 1,000 real estate brokers and salespeople have contributed to the foundation of the principles and how this service is operating. And we all follow the guidelines of the code of ethics and the standards of business practice today. We're all doing it. We're all licensed realtors. We have to. That's part of our business, a mandate. So then you say, will you give me permission to advertise? I'm going to do it without the property or without the address. You can post restaurant for sale, Oakville, or property coming for sale in Milton. You can say those kinds of things on ICI World. You have a home, $1.2 million in Meadowvale, and double car garage, ground level family room, overlooking ravine lot, granite counters, whatever it is that you say. And as long as you don't put the address, you can network that kind of information. And then when you get a call, I'm going to show you how to handle that call in a moment. But I just want to finish this up here. Let's go to the next one. Once you get that information, how do you work it? Well, how you work it is by adding the have or want. And what I'm going to do now is show you how that can actually be done. You go to the main website and you click on member login. By the way, everyone should click on search whenever you're searching, and it's the same 4 searches that you have on your mobile phone. So if you click on residential, you get the same form coming up on our websites as you do on the mobile phones. This is the same stuff coming in. 40, there's Burlington there again, coming for sale. Coming for sale after the outbreak is over. Look at that. This is a listing coming for sale after the outbreak is over. This gives you, see, the beauty of the real estate boards of the world. They take your listing and put it on the internet where there's 4 billion, actually there's 7 billion people on the internet. Well, this puts it on the internet where there's 7 billion people as well. But if you don't put it on there, you have no chance to trigger a lead. You could become a secret agent. If you know information right now, something coming for sale, or you have a buyer looking for something, and you don't put it out here on the internet, you are a secret agent. Secret agents, everyone will probably agree, don't make as much money as others. You need a connection to show a property today. So now, when you come to ICI World, you can also click on this other button here that I'm going to show you called Seminar, and this you can review after you're done with today. There's a few reviews you can do. You can go to the Events tab and review things, but go to Seminar here and you'll see that we have 4 recorded webinars. If you do join today, you must print out the orientation. This is a PDF file right here, has step-by-step instructions on how to do everything. So you can join today and know how to do everything, but then also make an appointment with us and we will walk you through. Everyone we recommend have a 1-hour orientation with us. Now, once you've done that, it's a one-time setup for everyone. Everything you're doing today is a one-time setup. Once you know how to do it, you only do 2 things. Once you're a member, you're going to search from time to time on your mobile phone or computer, make a connection, go show something. Or you're going to do what I'm about to show you. I'm going to click on Member Login. And this page is color-coded for years. The reason is everyone knows that all the choices are on the left-hand side for members with the red diamonds, a green column with the red diamonds. And when somebody can click on My Record right there, you can change it. You log in up here, but I'm going to click on this Add, Have, and Want. And when I click on it, you'll see a form comes up with a sentence that says, please remember the 4 ingredients: the location, the type, the price, and the size, and some sizzle. And there it is. Now, on the left-hand side is the latest world residential. I'm going to click on that and show you what the ad looks like once you put it in. Now, today is May the 1st. I'm going to click on the first one. And when I click on it, this ad was put in yesterday. So there's a property in Newmarket. There's all the information. And you'll notice under control, it says exclusive. Isn't that wonderful? This is an opportunity for a property. It's not on the Toronto Real Estate Board at the moment, but maybe eventually it will be. In fact, you can use ICI World to get the listing. If you don't sell it, you definitely should be putting it on MLS anyways, but there's a reason why maybe it's not there at the moment. You know, there's a lot of things that you can't put on the board. If people just express an intention, you can't put that on the board. If people, there's other reasons for exclusive listings. But you'll notice here, there's a little button here that says all about Newmarket. If I was to click on it and it's not coming up, then it could be that that wasn't a secure link. So I'm going to open it up in a new tab or new window. Let's see if it opens up there. Hang on one second. Let me open it up in a new tab and see if that works. Okay, it's opening up. Let's see if okay, this should be opening up to Newmarket. We recommend, we think that 90% of the brokers, here's something else important. Remember I say the word important, it could be very important. That 90% of the brokers are sort of missing the boat on the internet because what they're doing are throwing properties on the internet with no due regard to the location. And when you think about it, the 3 most important words in real estate are being missed: location, location, location. So we're suggesting that you link to an economic development website that the town supplies for your website. And look at that, living here, grow with us, business support, why Newmarket. I'm going to click on why Newmarket. And this is the top 10 reasons to locate in Newmarket. Isn't this wonderful? This helps to sell your location to the world. In my opinion, 90% of the brokers are missing the boat on the internet. They're throwing properties on the internet with no due regard to the location. This little link in your listings can help market the location to people in the world. Particularly important, I know in Canada, there's about 300,000 people coming to Canada and they're making all kinds of connections through ICI World because we were the first ones on the internet in 1994 for Canada. And we've built a major following. I've kept all our old pages. I've kept all our old websites. they are still triggering leads from all over. I didn't cancel them. If I canceled them, people would get errors if they were still linked into. This way, we've left them all out there, and they eventually find their way to the new websites, to the new tools that you could end up using. So this is very exciting to market the location of your properties, and you'll see how it can go in. How that got entered, you click on ICI World on the left, and if there was a property in Oakville, type it in. It could be a home. And let's say it was $1.2 million. You're going to have to say approximately if it's not listed at the moment, because you don't know the price until you actually get it listed. If you're not sure, make it 1.3. If you're not sure, this is a message from you to the industry that you have a home that's approximately $1.2 million. This is freedom of speech. This is a way to do it, but in a fashion without the address. That's the key. Do not do it with the address, because you're not allowed to, for two reasons. Number one, RICO. Number two, people can go behind your back. You don't want to let that happen. So then you're going to say, ground level family room, and you can you can do all of the things to talk about it, and then you click on Canada, and then Ontario, and then Greater Toronto, and then maybe Oakville here, and then you come down here and you're going to choose residential, and then you're going to just repeat it down here, home, and you're going to say Oakville. And you're going to say 1,200,000, and then you're going to put a little statement under price comment. You're going to say coming for a sale, price approximate. And then usually what we do is we go up here and we copy all the information. You can go up to 160 characters here. I followed the guideline here of location, type, price, size, and sizzle. Sizzle means what's so good about this property over any other property in the area. And you can say, near downtown or downtown and waterfront or something like that. I don't know, you could say something, whatever you can say that makes it special for them to call you. The other thing I would do is put a reference to Toronto and say 30 minutes to Toronto. And I spelled it wrong. I can see that. Hang on. I didn't do the right bracket there. And the reason for that is because we get people from 138 countries coming in on a regular basis, and you want to give people a reference of roughly where this property is, and they can see 30 minutes to Toronto is really close. Now, what we'll do here is we'll actually copy that subject line, copy it, and we'll paste it down in the comments area down here where there is no limit of 160 characters. You can say as much as you want. Now, the internet links box, you click on that, and this is going to form a properly formed link where you can actually put a link to Toronto in here. And for some reason, I'm using a browser that's not doing it right now, which is, that's Edge, Microsoft Edge. So it's not doing it. I wonder, I can't even do it and make it in another link. Anyways, I'm not going to worry about it. It would pop up. You type in the link to the city of Oakville. It'll make it a clickable link. And then you come down here to the bottom. Again, two very important things. Whenever I say the word important, difference between making money, not making money. Here we go. This is the control. People, this is one of the most exciting things today in this webinar. And that is that you are no longer restricted to making money with just MLS. Look at that. MLS is just one choice. You've got all these other choices to make money here. Now, the majority of our people, when they have a friend of theirs or an acquaintance or somebody that they know and they're on a first name basis with them, they will choose regular client. So you would choose regular client. Exclusive means so many things to so many people. You could use that. That covers a lot of things as well. A lot of people use that. You would have to phone them and make your own arrangements for compensation in both cases. But if they choose regular client, we think that's good because it shows that you are directly in touch with the owner and you're not going through a daisy chain through another broker, which theoretically you're allowed to put somebody else's listings on here, but other brokers don't like that. They don't like if they have to call you, you've got to call them, they got to call them, and then they got to call back and call back. Forget it. You don't need that and you shouldn't be doing it. But this is like a classified ad in a newspaper. You can kind of use it that way. Hang on. I'm just going to leave a message, somebody trying to call in. All right, now, regular client, I'm going to choose that. And the last question on the screen says, will you allow your listings to be advertised on other brokers' websites? Well, we always recommend yes, because it's greater exposure in the marketplace for your listings. What's better, to have your listing on one website or to have it on like 2,000 other brokers' websites? So when you add the listing, and I'm just going to go over here to latest world commercial. I have a reason for doing that. You'll see this one. Here's a property in Bradford that just came on the market. Now, if I was to go to someone else's website, and I'm going to, oh, there's some other websites up here. Here's another website of another broker. I'm going to open it up. How does it look? Well, you'll notice he has an exclusive button on his website. So if I was to go down here to Ontario Commercial, or maybe World Commercial, mostly exclusive, I click on that. Up comes the form, and I'm just going to leave it on Ontario for the moment. And I go down here and search the database and click OK. Theoretically, Bradford should be here. Let me see. B-R-A-D. Not there. How come? Don't know. Where's Bradford? Where was I? Anyways, I'm going to go back here. And I lost my spot. So, okay, Bradford. Now, what kind of property is that? And let's go. And it turns out it's an industrial building. Okay? It's an industrial building in the Greater Toronto area. And it was just put on May the 1st. That's today. Wow. So that should be on other brokers' website. Let's try this one. Wait a minute, I was going to do it from this side. Let me go. It was an industrial list. So let me go to exclusive. And hang on. Let's go to exclusives. And let's go to Ontario exclusive. And actually, it should have come up here right on the front. It was industrial, so I'm going to click on industrial buildings for sale, and go up. And this is in order by price. I want the latest ones first. And you'll notice that there's two choices here. One is industrial buildings for sale and the latest. Once a customer knows you personally and goes to your website regularly, they're going to be caught up on searching all the industrial buildings for sale. They might just want to check the latest one. So they click on latest, and bingo, they come up here, and there's the properties that are on the market. Now, there's a reason why the one that he had in Bradford is not on here. He must have answered no. Will you allow your listings to be on other brokers' website? I think the answer was no. That's why it's not appearing on other brokers' websites. He's missing out on instantaneous exposure on 2,000 other brokers' website, any one of which can end up doing a referral back to him. So when I talk with him next, I'm an assistant to all brokers on the network. I'll mention that to them, saying that you can be missing out because other brokers are happy to do a referral to you. And you can be getting 100% of the one end and 75% of the other end. You know, like that should be going on. But obviously, I picked one that just happened to be that case. So this is good to let you know that that's how listings work. But normally, if you answered yes, it would be on there. Let's go back to the listing. If I click on latest world commercial on the left, so that was the listing that was just put on, and it probably has the answer no on the listing. But this Vaughan unique one, if I was to click on that one, that was showing up on another, that was April 30th. That was showing up on another. In fact, I'll even show another website. Here's one from Doris. She's one of our instructors. And let's go down here, find commercial investment. Click on that. And it's working to come up. And she's got also on her menu, she's got exclusive on her menu right there. Let's see if this works. Okay, wait a minute, where was it? Oh, exclusives are right here. I'm not going to go into it, people, because we're running a little slow and I want to get moving, okay? So, but you get the idea how all the listings can be on every single person's website. Okay, so that's websites and how to handle them. One of the other things we do is these websites here, these particular ones are $34.95 a month. We have negotiated a special for all members. And let me see if I can bring it up on the screen. These particular websites have some very special features. Not only does it have all the exclusive listings from ICI World up here, but it's also got a special feature called Homes Near Me. It's the only website that I personally know of, and if anybody hears this, call me later and I'll improve on it. But right now, there's 32 website companies in the business, and I work with all of them. We supply the links for your website to go on your website, that you can have all these links on your website, and you get them within an hour of joining. We mail you the instructions by email. You forward them to your website designer. They install them for you. It's done. It's that easy once you join. Now, once you have this, then all of this works for you. But this particular website that we work with, another company, you can click on search. And if you're familiar with Realtor.ca, you should mark this down. Every single one of you should have a website, should know how to have Realtor.ca on your particular mobile phone. And Realtor.ca enables you and your customers to drive around. You can be driving around in your car, and you can actually be sitting in front of a home, and you can see the price of the property in front of the home. You can do that with Realtor.ca. But guess what? You can do it with this website. If you click on this geolocator button, it'll come up and allow you to search exactly the same way as Realtor.ca, Homes Near Me. So you can supply your website to people, and they can drive around on a Sunday afternoon looking at open houses, bring up your website on their phone, and see all the homes near them. When you go to list a home, you bring up your website on their phone, they press it, and they can see all the homes for sale all around where they live. That's how that works. Okay, let's move out of here and go back and continue on. Hang on. These are some of the other sample websites. So normally these websites here are $250 one-time sign up plus a $49 a month a maintenance fee to keep it going. We've negotiated a rate of $125 sign up fee and a rate of $34.95 a month for these particular websites. But it's got many other features that a lot of other websites don't have. Under visitors tools, it's got all these pre-construction condos all around the greater Toronto area. So I could type in Toronto, and all of the projects in the Toronto area will come up. And why this is particularly important is because it's a lead capture feature, that the only way that people can see these projects is if they try to click on it, they actually have to fill in a form here in order to get more information, and they will do that. They'll fill in the form, so you're going to get their name, email, phone number, and you have the first chance of kind of working with them as well. That's another important lead capture feature. So the Homes Near Me feature, the lead capture, there's a bit of our great little CRM that's built into here, and there's other features that you can find out by simply going, if you want to learn more about this particular website, you come here to the 50.iciworld.com. You can read all of this, see a nice presentation by email or by video, read all of this stuff going down here. And when you get down, if you read far enough, you'll see that there's special discounts here for members. And you click on that right there. And there we go. It is opening. There it goes. This will explain all about the website. There's a video here that you can listen to later, and maybe I'll play it in another seminar that we do. But these are all the reasons why these websites are all websites can make you money. We support them all. But there's one little website here that can actually be a little bit head and shoulders, I think, in my opinion, that has got some more features that some of the other ones don't have. This particular website, you'll notice, if the regular price was $49 and $250, but if you get it through us, you can get it there. And to sign up for that, you click right here. It says, please click here for the sign up online. You would click on that, and you can actually have the website working in a day or two. And that's how quick it can be done. So that's for that website. And there was a gentleman's name there. His name is Sid. You can call him for more information on anything. So that number was at the bottom of that page. So when you click here, you can go there and you can talk to Sid about that website as well. So we'll spend a lot of time. He's over the top assistance for anybody that wants a website. He's really great. Here's Sid's number, and you'll see his number down there. Okay, let's move on. Boy, we're covering a lot of good stuff here today. How to do exclusive information. There's other websites, and you'll see how exclusive appears. We think this is a no-brainer. Even if you did nothing else on ICI World, and you just had this on your website to trigger leads, you can do a one referral and makes you $5,000. If you had ICI World for 10 years at $319 a year, that's $3,190. If you only did one referral in 10 years, for God's sakes, you'd make $5,000 to $10,000. Okay, so, and by the way, we have a special pledge, which I want to make sure everybody knows before we move on to the next spot. When you come to our main page, I see if it's on the front page here. Does it say, what is that, global? Does it say our pledge here someplace? No, remember, there it is, our pledge. I want to click on that for a reason. And you measure your success. No member should go longer than 90 days without either doing business, either a deal, a referral, or at the very minimum, developing good business relationships with people. Otherwise, you give us a call, give us a chance to help you. Okay, so that's for every single member. We're not guaranteeing you do a deal because we're going to pledge to make sure that you generate leads that you feel will lead to doing a deal. It's going to be up to you to sell that particular person. So that's our special pledge from everyone at ICI World. All right, now let's move on. There's another website. This one is $16 a month. And okay, let's kind of move along. All right, let me get my bearings here. So that was how to add listings and how they work. We recommend order the widgets from ICI World when you're ready, and make sure you install the app on your phone. And you can put this shortcut on your screen too. You can have the app and you can have the shortcut. I'm going to recommend that you consider putting the shortcut on your phone as well. If you don't know what a shortcut is, make an appointment. We'll help you. You don't have to be a member. We'll still help you. Okay, marketing plan. We've talked about that, getting your website onto every one of your customers' phones. Now, how to promote your website. What good is a website if you don't have anyone going to your website? So we're going to give you a resource of what you can be doing. And there's some of the resources on the screen. If you're playing this back later, you can stop and pause it, and you can actually see some of the resources that are on the screen. If you want to take a picture of that with your camera right now, those are some of the resources that you can go to on your own time. I'll give you just 1 second longer to take a picture of that. All right, I'm going to move on. All right, now, let me just close that particular page. All right, now let's go down here and go back to the seminar. Okay, so it all kind of started from, where did we develop all this? It started with my son sitting on my lap and back in my room, in our house in the rec room, contemplating things back in 1990s, a world service, and I got into working with computers, and then I was in the CCIM chapter, and we met at the Toronto Real Estate Board on a regular basis, and we'd have 50 people in the auditorium, and they would stand up and say, I have a buyer who's looking to buy an apartment building. Somebody else would say, I have an industrial building for sale or a shopping center for sale. It was mostly commercial, but everything I'm doing today also applies to residential. There's assignments, there's builders looking to sell custom homes. There's homes that are coming for sale. There's people who say, I don't want to give you a listing on my condo, but you bring me a buyer. You can put that on ICI World. There's lots of opportunities here that fill in the gaps of information and listings that you can't put on a board. You can be working that other information, which sometimes you get a buyer from ICI World and then go sell the property on the real estate board. So it really works hand in hand very nicely. And the social media down here, that's very important, because you can be telling the social media that you've got exclusive listings on your website and link them right directly to your website. And that could be generating traffic for your website. Let them know that you've got a website that can do, when they go on open houses, use your mobile website to see all the homes for sale in the area. If it's on MLS, bingo, it'll pop right up on their phone from your website, any home for sale in Ontario or Canada. It's a way to set it up. So even if they were looking for a home in Muskoka, they could be bringing up your website and looking for homes there. It's marvelous. You know, to make all of this work has given, because brokers and salespeople, sometimes they're just not as computer literate or knowledgeable enough about all the tools to really make it work. We have the experience of working with over 1,000 brokers over the years, and daily, every hour on the hour, starting at 6 a.m. in the morning, we're working with you one-on-one to examine the kind of business that you want to do. You might be doing homes, but somebody else is doing a business. Somebody else is doing a shopping center, a piece of land. Brokers are making tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars working with all of this. In fact, we now have brokers who have made over $1 million on ICI World. Another interesting stat, nobody's publishing and nobody's doing, and I've told several publications. A recent year, the largest sale, it was year before last, the largest sale on the Toronto Regional Real Estate Board was $28 million. We've done 2 deals over $50 million, and they were done by brokers and salespeople just like yourself. That's what I'm excited about. There were 14 offers on the one of them. And so it goes to show you that the connections are here to do business. It's just up to licensed real estate brokers and salespeople to take advantage of this new cutting edge technology that is developing before your very eyes. We're just growing and growing and learning new things almost every day. I'm going to go ahead and start going through our summary list here. And I'm going to start with just covering some things step by step. This is like a checklist of some of the things that we've kind of been going through. And you'll see those are you can even take a picture of this if you like, to make sure that you've got the different websites and what we're all about on the screen. So we've covered these different websites. This is where the special is, the NREILS.com. And a lot of times we'll actually have people that have already joined, but I guess I haven't seen anybody join right yet online. And I thought maybe it's possible that people would join right online, even during our seminar. Sometimes people join, but it's up to you. Sometimes people have to take their time, and that's okay, not a problem. Let's move on. There's over 4 billion people on the internet, and then mobile devices, very important. They're really coming of age now with the modern new Samsung devices and the iPhones and everything else. Now's when people are finally got these $1,000 devices, but it's the information from ICI World that makes you the money. That is a tool to get to the information of the other brokers in the industry that got the buyers and the sellers. The most important thing you should have on the front page of your mobile phone is the ICI World app, because you can check it daily. It's a hot sheet of new listings of what buyers are looking for and new listings of properties coming for sale. You should be checking it daily, once every day or two, to see what's going on. The normal price to join, there it is, $40 a month, $319 per year, but it's free to use the app. Some people think you had to have a membership to have the app. The answer is no. You can be using the app in the meantime, and read all the testimonials online. You'll see how it works. And anybody that has any problems at all whatsoever, just give us a call. We'll show you how to use it. And if you have any concerns about absolutely anything, you should give us a call to answer it. We've had professionals that have been in the business 15 years and don't realize that the listings being displayed are less than 90 days old. We don't delete the old listings. They're there for a reason. Some brokers want to go back and talk to those old contacts because the buildings are still there, the contacts are still there, and that building could be coming back for sale again. There's many reasons for keeping the older listings here. We're not going to cover that now because that takes a little bit too much time, but we do have a blog all about it. Let's move on. How do we make the membership free? Well, anybody that joins today is going to get one of these VIP cards, and I just put it in the mail to you, and you end up getting it. It's going to give you discounts on 250 vendors actually in the Greater Toronto and World area. We've got brokers that have saved $200 renting a car in San Francisco. Another one saved $200 on a laptop, a Lenovo laptop. And some of these vendors are putting private things for sale to the people that belong to this service of end-of-the-line products and things like that they give discounts on that are still very good pieces of equipment. And there's sports things, you know, Raptor games once they get going, and you know, the aquarium and C&E tickets. We got to get going with all this stuff, people. But we got to be careful on how we go about getting back started. We got to be careful walking. It's like sometimes walking on thin ice. You don't know if it's hard or not. Well, just put one foot forward and step back if you're not sure. Okay, or don't even put that foot forward. Just stay away and be careful. So there's 4 ways to make this service. I've designed it to be free. The service is free, but you got to join to make it free. The VIP card, if you use it, will save you hundreds of dollars more than even the price of joining our service, which is the $240. Secondly, if you refer one other person to join the service, your renewal fee in a year and a half, you're going to get 18 months for $240 today if you wish. The referral program, instead of renewing at $319 at the end of 18 months, if you refer just one person to join, you get $79 off. You can renew for $240. And some people say, what happens, Gary, if I end up getting more than one person joining? Well, we give you 3 months bonus for each person that joins. That's how that works. So you actually get an extra year free. Doing referrals. If you do just one referral as a result of the widgets on your website, you know, without it, you have 0 chance to trigger a lead. As soon as you put the widgets on your website, the next person that sees any one of those listings, they have to call you. They have to. They have no choice. They can't click on them. There's no address. There's no phone number. There's no name of the other broker. They have to call you. This is wonderful. When you really understand it, it's absolutely wonderful for the whole real estate industry, because now brokers can be in the Caribbean, in Florida, any place in the world. They can put their information on ICI World and it shows up on your website. So yeah, you have listings all around the world on your website. I never even showed it that far yet. Maybe at the end you can ask me about it. How can you see listings in Europe on your website? It's truly international. You're going to have the world listings on your website from other brokers, also from the FSBO area. And you're going to see that there's more people coming here than even the brokers. And you're going to see people that have been putting things in the FSBO area all around the world. And so it shows the traffic coming in here. Maybe I should show it right now. Hang on one second. Let's go do it. Let's go right back to, I'll go and just go to our national real estate website here. This is our national real estate information listing service. All our, when you have a membership with ICI World, it's all powered by ICI World. You'll see that up here at the top left. All our websites, your information will be displayed on all these various websites that we have, plus all the brokers' websites, if you allow them to. And then when you do a search, this is what it looks like. People can search the commercial, business, residential, or database to the FSBOs. When I click on the FSBOs, people can't even believe how much information is coming in from all over the world. And I'll show you just for fun. And we'll take maybe Asia. I'll just click on Asia for a moment and just click on that. And look at all the information coming in from all over. Everything from Dubai to you name it. It's just literally all over the world. Now let's go back and let's choose Europe. Click on that. And you'll see information coming in. You know, wanted from Russia and Dubai. Where else is here? Large city, wanted office buildings, large cities in Europe. Wanted Portugal, Italy, Bulgaria. It's too bad all the brokers all around the world can't just put their stuff now. You'd have access to it right away so easily within a couple of buttons on your mobile phone. It's up to the real estate people of the world to kind of appreciate it, but we're doing what we can to maybe make presentations for real estate boards to adopt this service and supply it for you, which is really ultimately would be really kind of good. And then you would have all these exclusives on your website. So if this was your website, people can click on the world for sale by owners, and all of these can come up. They can come up in Canada. They can come up in the USA. Let's see what's happening in the USA. There they are. And if you had somebody that was looking in Florida for a property, you can do a referral to brokers in Florida. And so if I was to click on USA again and do Southeast, I think is Florida. There we go. Oops. There we go. And then click on Florida. Would you like to have these properties in Florida on your screen? coming up. You know, somebody could, there's various residential properties in West Palm Beach. And then there they are. There's a nice condo for $250,000. South Beach, there's a South Beach condo, homes in need of repairs for $250K. Oh, that's wanted. Sorry, that's wanted. That's a want. Okay. But you can see that there's things coming in from all over. So you'll have these on your website and they can trigger leads for you. There's all the 50 sample websites there. All right, let's go back to continue on here. And then, of course, when you sell properties, my goal, number one goal, is to help each and every one of you make money. And that's our job. If you're not making money or triggering leads every 90 days, you make sure you get a hold of us and give us a chance to help. And we'll show some of these. I'll show some of them right now just for another moment. How much time do we have here? Let's just check. We're getting down to 7 minutes left. I will open it up after the finish. I'm going to stop the recording on the 12:30 mark, and then we'll answer questions right after that. But I'll go through here, and a lot of people have trouble selling properties, but when they put them on ICI World, they seem to make connections and do business here. And you'll see there's some of these spaces, some reason the video is not loading for some reason. I don't know if I refresh it, if it makes a difference. Yeah, it should make a difference. Come on now. There we go. There's about 100 million people getting on the internet right now on the West Coast, from San Diego up to Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Jose, California. And it slows the internet down because it's like 9:30, 9:20 over there. A lot of people are getting on the internet right now, and it actually slows the internet down. But you can read through all these testimonials. They're all published online for you to kind of have a look at. Okay, let me just go back to our, where were we here? And oh, that's not the one I wanted, sorry. Come back here. Thank you so much for your patience, everyone, today, for me to carry on. So once you join, there's only two things you do. You add and modify listings. We showed you how to do that. Every single one of you should have a minimum of 15 haves and wants working on the internet. If you have 0 working on the internet, you have 0 chances to make money doing that method. You might only have the odd buyer, and that's it. But we're going to show you and give you 90 days challenge for every single member to have 15 opportunities working for you on the internet. And with exclusive information, opportunities that you can't put on a real estate board, you can put them on a service like ICI World, and that will generate more business for the real estate board as a result. Never let your listings go longer than 90 days old. You know, we've got people that have not made money on ICI World, and we say, give us a chance, 90 days, give us a call. And we found that there were some brokers did not update their listings. We recommend every 30 to 60 days. If you don't update your listings, you let them go longer than 90 days old, they are not showing up on the mobile apps that are on these mobile phones that we have. So you've got to make sure that you update your listings every 30 to 60 days and never let them go longer than 90 days old. Okay, let's move on. Make an appointment when you need a hand. Know our pledge. Now, there's some resources for you. ICIWorld.tv is a resource. You should mark that down. There are videos there from all real estate offices, from Century 21, Royal LePage, Remax, Home Life, Sutton Group, Right at Home. I'm sorry if I left anybody out, but it's the industry as a whole. We are all realtors in the industry. It's a marvelous industry. And today, I think you should be really working harder to find the way to help people more than ever before. Okay, and know our pledge. Mastering the powers of the internet. It's been consistent, reliable, and steady over the last 25 years. I guess classified ads is always still important, no matter what. We need the MLS to write offers to really present properties with color photos and information when you have signed listings. But sometimes you want to advertise them in other networks in the world. And by putting them on ICI World, we've got all these other networks that we're plugged into. So one listing here can also trigger a lead the same way an MLS can trigger a lead. We've already gone over the information of where I'm coming from. One of the reasons I share this is to show you that I'm coming from the point of view of being a broker who's been through the hard knocks, who's had to pay the bills in an office and keep all the expenses going. And we tried to reduce the expenses down to free. I showed you how you can get it free over time. That's fantastic when you can have information networking such as that. Mobile internet usage. People are spending so much time on their mobile phones. I'm finding our members are rising to the top of the search engines with their websites, and that's our goal, to get your website to come up to the top of the search engines, and then they can see all the information on your website. They have to call you on the listings that are on ICI World, and you end up doing business. We built that for you. This is content for your website. It's not just another one of 100 million services. It's content. Content is king on the internet, and you are going to have it. Yep, there's over 4 billion people using the internet. It's heading for 5 billion, actually. That's a little bit of an older slide. iPads. I can't go over all of these services that you see here today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you one where we could be doing another seminar another time. If you're interested, I'd really like to know. And I'm going to show it to you right now. This is a program called Evernote. And I'm going to show you what it looks like right here. I have made all these notes. Every one of these I can go through and do a presentation on. And maybe another time we will. We'll actually do it at another time. Let me go down just one page at a time here. And you'll see commercial FSBOs, how to access and work FSBOs, adding thousands of listings to your website. When you have and want opportunities, very good. Learn the difference, how to get them. Getting ready today, which you're all doing. I must compliment you all, because things are going to spring back into action and things are going to move very quickly, and you're going to be able to stay abreast of the latest listings and some of these tools. The nice thing about the widgets is when they go on your website, they're all being updated absolutely automatically every day. As soon as somebody adds a listing, it goes right onto your website. That's automatic. Other brokers have agreed to allow their listings to be on your website, and we make sure there's no addresses, no contact information, which means that people have to call you. You got to get your websites updated. There's special ways that you should have a resource center right now. You should have why use a realtor. That should be a link on your website. How about moving, a checklist for moving? That should be on your website, a nice major resource section. How about how much does a lawyer cost estimated? Closing cost, buying, land transfer tax. All kinds of resources you should have on your website, and we have a list of about 50 different resources you can have on your website. How to search database one. Why is this important? It's the latest buyers and sellers coming on the market from your colleagues in the business. The same people that you're at your real estate boards are members on ICI World, and you should be checking what they're looking to have and want. Search database 2, weekly. Database 2 is the FSBOs. You can see what they're putting on the system. How to place a have on your computer, entering listings. We showed that. How to place a want. You can do it right from your phone. You can be with the buyer. You can actually post a want right from your phone, and bingo, goes on the market. Believe it or not, you can get a call right away from it. It's instantly live on thousands of pages on the internet instantly. Plus, it gets emailed out to the industry to 20,000 people daily. So there's all kinds of things that are going on here. All of these are good reasons to maybe have another session like this, and I'm going to do it at another time on the 25th, I believe, of May. Hang on one second. I'm going to cover it on the 25th. I'm going to go right to one of our websites to check it. I'm going to go to our main website, and I think I set it up, and you can register for this for the next one. I'm going to go to events over here. There it is. And you can invite everybody in your office. Click on events and then click on upcoming events. And I hope it's appearing here. Let's see if it is on the 27th. Oh, it's not there. Isn't it? It's going to be there, people. I'm going to put it. But you see where the way it says May the 5th, May the 12th. I'm going to put another one here for then. But I should also tell you about the Inman Virtual Summit. People, you all got to get yourself registered for this. This is going to be fantastic. These are the top presidents, CEOs, chairmen of all the major companies that are in the business right now. And they are going to be speaking, and you can listen to them all. Now, normally, you have to be a member of Inman, which is $199 a year. And then you can join this thing for $49. It normally costs $149 for non-select Inman subscribers. So you'd have to pay $149 if you're not a member of Inman. A member of Inman is like $199 a year. But they have a special, and we've got it here. It's available from ICI World. Watch this. When I click on, here's the link for the special. You can actually join for a free membership in Inman for 3 months, absolutely free for 90 days. You don't have to pay $199 to join. And then you can connect into this major world conference of speakers. These were the speakers, some of which were going to come to Realtor Quest. Brad Inman was scheduled to be at Realtor Quest. I should know. I'm registered at Realtor Quest with our booth for the last 15 years. So now there's no Realtor Quest. Why don't you take in this particular conference? All the top name speakers, tells you what's happening in the industry, where the industry is going, MLS, what's happening, everything. It's fantastic. You join Inman for free, and then you listen to all of them. You pay $49 right here. You click on the buy now. You pay $49, and you listen to 3 days of what's going on at Inman. Now, what's going on? Who are the speakers going on here? People, I might run over just a touch over 12:30, and that's because I want to cover who you're going to be listening to here. And there's some of the speakers. And there's some of the people talking about the show. There's Leanne Wong, broker salesman with Remax, and all of these different people. Technology, events, and reports you need. Tech reviews, live. You're going to listen to these people talking. They come on the stage, they speak for maybe 20 minutes, bing, they're off, and new people come right on. It's one after another. I mean, you're going to have your lunch, dinner, and breakfast and supper, everything, while you're watching all of these going all day long. So yeah, how do you get this? You go to ICI World, and you're going to get the special. And we'd like you to get the special by clicking on events. You click on events over here, and you go down to the Inman Virtual Summit. Click on connect, and there it is there. And you can get into it. Okay, now, if I was to go to, we're going to have to call it off here because I'm actually over 4 minutes over the time, and you're going to see me skip through slides like I never skipped through before, just to make sure. The one thing you can do, you can actually go to the recording afterwards, and hopefully it's going to get emailed to you, and you can slide your recording. It's just like a video. You can slide it right to the end and take a picture of what I'm going to be doing very fast. Evernote is where I kept all those notes for everything else. I can't go through all of these, but these are all valuable services of apps that you can have on your phone. We just don't have enough time today to kind of get through them. Top commercial apps for CCIMs, etc. Instructor lineup. These are other people who have a big heart to really help us grow this service. I can't speak high enough about each one of them. They all have a big heart for every one of you in the industry to help. We've covered, we haven't covered some of this, but the highest return on investment is for real estate. We have people making money from all different real estate companies in the industry. And 99% of people, 90% of people list they're with FSBOs. There's some of the information and stats on ICI World. I got 2 databases, 2 data streams, residential, and 20,000 subscribers sending out listings daily. Your listings instantly displayed on 1,500 of brokers' website, 18,000 pages distributing things on the internet. I know I'm going fast, but I'm actually over our time. How we do seminars for real estate boards, real estate offices throughout the industry, how we're at Realtor Quest. Front page, you know, we're on the front page of all these commercial magazines. That's 300,000 readership. And somebody sees ICI World down here, goes to the website, sees your listing, you hop in the car, go show them, and make $20,000. That's the connections being made here big time. Okay, and we're on the internet. How to work exclusive information. I'm going to cover this. It started out of a book by Bill Gates called At the Speed of Thought. If you could take something out of your brain and you can put it on the internet. And Bill Gates said it best. The cost to publish your information is getting your message in front of someone and talking to people around the world. And I say, well, it's doing it for you. Is zero or so close to zero, it doesn't make any difference. And you can do this for all these kinds of information in the marketplace. And this is the final summation that we're coming to, the final thing we're going to cover. We took a little extra time. I'm so sorry. But has anybody ever said to you, I want to sell my property, but I don't want to give you a listing at this time? Well, you ask them these 3 questions, and you should all take a picture of this right now, real fast. Take a picture, please, people. This is going to make you money the rest of your life. Big money. tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you don't make it, it's because you didn't practice it. I'm sorry, I have to tell you. Because I see brokers, I'm in a unique situation. I'm helping 1,000 brokers do these things, and I've been doing it for years. Most of it has been with commercial. Now it's broadened. We broadened it out 4 years ago to residential, and it's working for residential in a number of different ways. So you can do both. You can absolutely do both. Okay, I'm going to have to move on. I've covered the questions a little bit before, but I didn't cover this. According to RICO, and this is going to be standard in a lot of real estate boards, right from Florida to California to Vancouver to Montreal, a registrant shall not include anything in an advertisement that can reasonably be used to identify specific real estate, and that's the key, unless the owner of real estate has consented in writing. You've got it here. You must have the consent of the owner in writing. You must not give an address unless you have the consent of the owner in writing. Now, when somebody calls you, the first thing they're going to do, they're going to ask you for the address. You can take another picture of this right now. If you don't have a chance to do it quick enough, you can listen to the video later. I think it's going to come to you by email. I'm crossing my fingers that it does. If it doesn't, I'm going to try to send it out manually to you if I have to. I'll also put it in our Go to Stage session, which is if you go to our events page, it says past events. I'll be putting it in there for you as well. But you tell people when they call you, they're going to ask you for the address, and you must not give it to them. So you say, in this particular case, we have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I'll show it to you on Saturday. You come to my office, and I'll show you from there. And I'll make arrangements for you to see it from there. And then on the Friday, the day before, you get yourself a 48-hour exclusive listing. If you don't know how to do it, talk to your broker of record, talk to your manager, talk to your owner. And you say, how do I do a 48-hour exclusive listing? Once you get the taste of making $50,000, $20,000, you're going to keep these exclusive agreements in your briefcase at all times. Okay, let's move on. Coming for sale, how do you handle the call? In compliance with how we work real estate with real estate boards and all the guidelines. Well, you simply tell people, in this particular case, you have to put an agreement in place first. But if it's okay with you, I'll put your name on a list. Once I get the agreement signed, I'll call you back, and then you can be one of the first people to go through the open house. How does that sound? That's how to work a coming for sale where you do not have a signed listing. And you must make sure you don't give it away. If you said that you had a restaurant in Mississauga, that does not give it away. If you said it's at the corner of Huron, Ontario, and Dundas Street, that actually gives it away. Even if there's 3 restaurants there, people can go around and talk to them and find out which one it is. If I said I had an Esso gas station in Lindsay, it actually gives it away because there's only one Esso gas station. You're going to say branded gas station, 1 hour to Toronto. Real estate widgets, we've covered that. I've shown you how they appear on your website. We've already covered that. I'm not going to do it again. We handle and support all websites in the world. Why you consider we've covered you can have more than one website because they're like billboards. How to promote your website. Mark this down, people. You go to iciworld.com. We're going to give you $100 right now. I'm giving you $100 of information. You go to iciworld.com. You click on seminars. And when you do, the 4th seminar is how to promote your website. Towards the end of that video, which was made as a result of us traveling to world search engine conventions, which cost us $4,000. You're going to get the benefit of that knowledge in that particular recorded video. And at the end of it, you'll even get $100 towards free advertising. Absolutely free. Just listen to the video and you're going to get $100. This session today is like $100. I'm just showing you how to get $100 towards advertising, which could trigger a lead, which you could make $20,000. And let's move on. As a member of ICI World, if you go more than 90 days without doing business, or at the very least without developing a new business relationship with someone that you feel will lead to doing business with by using the tools we supply, call us and we will train you how to do it. Okay, we appreciate your feedback. Now, there are a couple of questions here. I don't know if I can get them in. I'm going to try this right now. There's a little poll I think I can ask on the screen. And I'd like to ask a few questions on the screen, see if it works. I'm going to ask the first question is, I tried to click on it. Did it work? Oh, I'm going to launch it. There's a question going to come on the screen. Do you do residential real estate? Could you please answer yes or no? We're right at the end of the seminar, so how many people are remaining here, not sure, but there's a question on the screen. Could you please answer yes or no? The poll is in progress. Oh, it's collecting responses. We've got 50% yes, 50% no. How many responses here do we have? I'm waiting for it to come in. 29% voted. I'm waiting for the rest of you to vote. Do you do residential real estate? Yes or no? Okay. So only a quarter of the attendees have voted. Oh, 43% have voted. That's good. And 67% said yes. And 33% said no. Is there anybody else that hasn't voted? Can you vote now? Do you do residential real estate? Yes or no? I'd like to get one or two more people here. If we could, answer the question on the screen. If not, we're going to move to the next question. So most of the people here, we got 67% of the attendees say yes and 33% no. Now the next question is, let's see if I can, how do I get back? Hang on. Oh, I'm going to close that poll. Okay, let me go to the next one. Do you do commercial real estate? Launch that. If people could answer that. Exclusively is what we're talking about. Are there anybody that does exclusive real estate online exclusively? Very little residential. Okay, so it looks like we don't have any dedicated commercial people, and it looks like it was residential mostly. Okay, so I'm going to close that. And then we go to the next question, which was, now, a residential duplex, I'll launch this, hang on. I'm going to launch the residential duplex, triplex, our investment, commercial and ICI world. Would you like to learn about selling apartments, for instance, because that is commercial? In other words, would you like to learn to do some commercial? And I'm getting 100% response rate. So that's a fabulous reason to join ICI world, because a lot of our people started from residential doing commercial, and we got them into it. So that's marvelous. Great question answered there. Just it looks like that's exactly what we expected, and that's happening. And today's session, I'm going to say, was it valuable to you? And you could say yes or no. Today's session, do you feel it was valuable to you? Do you feel like you learned things today that could benefit you? Oh, wait a minute, didn't come. I didn't launch it, sorry. Okay, I see. I'm glad I got my monitor over here. Okay, so today's session, the question is, do you feel that it was valuable to you today? Thank you so much. Okay, we've got 43% voted, so I think some people might have left of the attendees here. Okay, so but we are getting positive responses from everyone, and I do appreciate that. Thank you so much, people, for your responses. I really appreciate that, because we do a lot of work putting these things together that kind of make them happen, and we kind of appreciate your response for all of this. Now, you will also be getting a survey tomorrow. I think it's going to come by email, and I would like to ask you, in consideration of us kind of doing all of this for you, if you could answer that survey tomorrow, that would be really great. At this time, I'm actually going to, again, offer that special, and if you could also see the special, there's a special seminar, not at this website, sorry people. This one only gives a year. I'm going to show you the one that gives you 18 months, hang on. And you're also going to get the free VIP card, and there it is. When you do that, you'll actually get 18 months service at this particular website if you do that sometime today. And when you do, we're going to actually suggest that you make an appointment. You'll have a chance to make an appointment at several places. Go to one of our websites and kind of do that to make an appointment. I'll let you just look at that and mark that down so that you can do that on your own time. Okay. Next, that finishes our session. I'm going to open this up now, and there's our final session. And I'm going to go through one by one just for a few moments here and get a few comments. And I'm going to start with, if I could, is Sureta Kovac. Are you here, Sureta?
Yes.
Okay, I'm wondering, is there one thing today that you feel you kind of learned that can be valuable for you? Just one thing. Are you able to share one thing with us that you feel was valuable today and how you like to what we did?
I really like this option of connecting with people and have information about properties that are not listed. So, I mean, and website it's great, and I learned some things that I didn't know before, how I can do business and get more business. So it
Wonderful.
was,
Well, that's very good of you. I want to thank you so much for that. And I'm going to move on now. And I look forward to talking with you more in the future. And I look forward to meeting everyone personally at our various shows that we normally do at the Toronto Real Estate Board, the CCIM meetings, and the AREA convention. We were there. We had a booth there. Normally would have been at Realtor Quest. And I get to meet everyone in the industry. We actually have one of the busiest booths at all these shows. And make sure that you always come by if we ever get back to doing these booths all over again at these Realtor Quest shows. I'm going to move on to Praful Othmani.
yeah.
Hang on, I got Praful, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice to make your acquaintance, Praful. Can you maybe give me a little feedback on one thing that you feel you might have learned today or appreciated? Go ahead.
Sure. I'm a commercial mortgage broker for many years, and somebody had recommended to your website, so I've been checking, and now I got the invitation for the webinar. I think personally, every real estate broker agent should join this. And
wow, that's wonderful.
we do our brokerage nominated as the best commercial broker in Canada for the last 6 years. We do close to $900 million to $1 billion financing a year. And are also CMHC correspondent, so we can get the best interest rate CMHC insured with no bank can touch it.
Well, that's wonderful, Praful, and that's what this is all about. In fact, one of our, for the benefit of all the listening audience, not just now online, but also in the future, one of the largest transactions we had was over $50 million here. It actually started from a mortgage broker like yourself, Praful, who was working with the owner of 3 office towers. And that mortgage broker called one of the people on our system that had a wanted. She started on our service many years ago, just doing little buildings from, under $1 million and $2 million. And then she found one buyer called her, and he was looking for stuff from $20 to $100 million, and she put it on as a want. And it was a mortgage broker like yourself that called her because you were in touch with people that are doing remortgaging. And the whole deal came together, and I think she made $200,000 in her case. And we helped all of these deals. In other words, we actually sometimes help you get together with people. Thank you so much for your comments, Praful. And in order to finish this session, I have to move right on, if I may. And I look forward to talking to you more, by the way, as well. I'd like to have an appointment with you.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go to Jaspal. Jaspal, are you there? Jaspal Ugra, are you there? Okay. Really? Okay. Hanafi? Hanafi, are you there?
Yes.
I'd like to get your feedback today on maybe one thing that you kind of learned as well and what you thought about the webinar a little bit as well.
Well, I believe the webinar was excellent. It's sort of overwhelming information too. And what I like is to, the idea of having a website that that's accessible to all clients. But I'm not sure how much effort is needed, because is it time consuming for the agent, or there is a support from ICI in order to maintain this website, or that's my only maybe concern.
Okay, so the concern of That's a good thing that you brought up. It's something that is brought up by a lot of people. And we have a thing that, you know, time is money. There's only so much time to do so many things. Well, I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is it's a one-time setup for at least an hour and maybe another hour to really go over the website. That's it. That's the bad news. The good news is the same thing. It only takes 1 hour for each. 1 hour for an orientation and 1 hour to set up the website. Now, once you've got these websites set up, they work absolutely automatically. They update themselves every day. But I'm suggesting there's a requirement that you check the website once a month. We have found that sometimes the domain names are no longer working. Sometimes the links on the website no longer work. The only thing you have to do is to check the website once a month to make sure it works. But then the other thing you do on your own time, nothing to do with ICI World, is to promote your website starting with your business card. It should be a daily thing that you hand out your business card to everyone you know and try to get everyone to put your website on their mobile phone. Secondly, it's up to you how much you want to promote your website. Your website is like your office building on the internet. This is you. If people come to it and see a listing, they call you, you go show it, you make $20,000. So we would like to teach you, this is you on your own time, how your website can actually be easily promoted. And now you could start with pay-per-click, a pay-per-click with Google, and they put the keywords in, you get traffic going to your website, they see something they like and they give you a call. You evaluate it every 30 days if you do it. We have some people that are working closely with us. They'll make an appointment sometimes once in another month just to go over how to do that. The main thing is to get it up and running and get it working. We totally set up the website and help you design it together in the form of a webinar workshop. Just like you and I are talking right now, we'll actually bring the website up on the screen and actually work with each and every single salesperson so they can design how they like the website to look and what goes on it. And then we get the approval from Treb to put the IDX link on it if you belong to the Toronto Real Estate Board. If you're in Florida, we talk to the Dade County and Orange County real estate boards to get the IDX listings working, or California, depending on where you are in the world, to get the MLS on your website as well. That was a very good question. I hope I answered it, that we have complete support to try to get this stuff working for you. And that's really what has given rise to our company. But there's one thing I now have to ask everyone, and that is to try to not call us on the telephone. I give our phone numbers, they're online, we give them out to every single one of our members, but we ask that you not call us. And the reason is we cannot have 1,000 brokers calling us at one time. However, you can easily make an appointment. If you simply make an appointment, instead of us playing telephone tag with the phone or interfering while you're talking to somebody else, and then I call you back and all that kind of stuff, just make an appointment. And when you make an appointment, it's been working as smooth as a baby's bum for the last few years. It's wonderful. This program called Calendly.com, where you just go and make an appointment, and 10 minutes before your time, you sit in front of the computer, you have a cup of coffee with us. We start at 6 a.m. daily, and we go every hour on the hour. If we don't finish in the first hour, then you simply make another appointment for another. And I really seldom ever need more than 1 hour. If we do, we have 2 hours, and that's about the most anybody's ever needed. There's 3 or 4 people that need 3 or 4 hours, and we will go that slow to work with you. So good question. Thank you for allowing me to make the answer.
Yeah, another question. You said there is, my understanding, there is a fee, annual fee plus the $16.5 for the website.
That's correct. One of the handouts, you'll notice that there were some handouts that were in the GoToMeeting control panel. And when you join ICI World, you can join for $30. The special today is $30 per month, or $240 for 18 months.
$240?
Yes, $240 for 18 months, and you can do that online at NREILS.com.
Yeah.
And hang on one second.
And this is one-time fee or annual?
It's a 1 second. Where did it go? Hang on. Oh, there it is. You can see NREILS.com.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to that site and you join, and it's $240 for the first 18 months. The renewals are all, if you see here, $319 per year. Do you see that? Regular $319.
This is per year?
That's per year. And that's unlimited haves and wants. Unlimited advertising worldwide. And includes all the widgets, any assistance that you need. It also includes our pledge that if you're not triggering leads every 90 days to do deals, you must give us a call because you'll be missing something. We've been doing this for too long. We know people can make money from doing all this stuff. And sometimes it's just a case of one or two things why you're not making money. So yes, that's how much it costs to join. Now, once you join, the website that is $16.50 a month, we actually build it for you, together with you, online. That takes a separate 1 hour to build a website. If you book the 1 hour appointment this afternoon or tomorrow, your website will be up and running at the end of that 1 hour. It's going to be up and running. Now, to add the MLS requires some agreements with Trev, which you have to send away for and you get back. So you might need one other appointment to get the links for Toronto Real Estate Board going. And your domain name, we have a special presentation for you to pick a domain name. But once it's running, it's like a billboard out on the internet. It works by itself. It updates itself every single day. And it's got 3 major world networks of listings on it, which are designed to trigger leads for you. It's fabulous. You can send your customer to look for land. You can send your customer to these websites to look for property. They call you back and say, you know, I'd like more information on this listing. You look it up, make an appointment, go show it, and make $25,000 or $50,000.
Yeah. And this membership can be discontinued anytime, or?
Oh yeah, there's no. The only membership credit cards that we keep are for the monthly memberships, which are $30 a month. You have to call us in order to stop that. But the yearlies, we do not keep the credit card numbers for the yearly. So at the end of your time period, you would have to re-enter your credit card in order to renew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For another year.
And that's each year. Now, but if you refer people to our service, you know that you can get your membership reduced from $319 to $240 by referring just one person. And if you refer more people, you get 3 months for each person that you refer. We've got people that have referred 4, they get an extra year free.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a website actually, and it's pending Royal Page new system to incorporate. So,
yes, we actually are working with the new Royal LePage websites.
Yes.
And we've got other people that are working with them. So we're going to work with you to get it all working and developing, moving forward for you. By the way, there's the corporate VIP card that you will also be getting. We actually put that in the mail on your first appointment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a discount card which gives you discounts on a lot of different things in the industry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what's needed now is to fill in this form and then email
Yes.
it to you?
No, you fill in the form online and make an appointment. So you can actually go online and fill it in. Go to NREILS online and fill it in. And there may be, I've made some times available for an appointment today and tomorrow. And or you can make an appointment what time do you think you would like your appointment?
Just a second. Well, we can have it tomorrow, maybe. Tomorrow's Saturday, right?
Yeah, tomorrow is Saturday, and we've made time available for tomorrow as well. Okay. And you go to the calendar. All and now, if you stay online, if you have a few more moments, I've got one more person I'd like to ask their feedback, and then I'm going to stop the recording, and then I can talk to you a little more and actually show you where to go. But I'm going to ask one more person here. Diane, are you there, Diane? Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to unmute you there. Muted by organizer.
I'm here, Gary.
Okay, and is there something maybe today that you feel that you also feel is and what you liked about the session today?
I liked everything. I just need to get all maybe one more time to let it absorb a little more because it's a lot to learn in the time that you allotted for us. Yeah,
Now, I should confess, Diana happens to be our seminar coordinator. So when we do seminars, she's doesn't have a real estate license. She's sitting in to kind of learn all about the real estate business and how people are doing business. And so I thank you for taking your time, Diana, today to listen into all of this good stuff.
I wished I did have a real estate license, honestly. I think I would be fantastic on your membership list.
Okay, so that's good. So now, Hanafi, you're thinking of tomorrow? I'll show you how to make the appointment if you like.
Okay.
Let me go to. You see this website here coming up? It's going to be the NREILS.com. It's coming up slowly. It's chugging away here. Ooh, boy, there it goes. It's getting really slow out there. But do you see where it says log in up here and join?
This is
and
your
website.
Also,
we have many websites, and after you will learn, but they're all powered by ICI World here. And when you're a member of them all.
All right. So I go to this NR, right?
NREILS.
This is the site I have to log in on.
Yeah, if you do the NREILS.com, and click on join, and then when you click on join, you'll see 4 choices, and there's 2 for Canada and 2 for the USA. Make sure you click on the Canadian one.
Okay.
And then when you do click on it, what's going to come up is going to be a form that you filled in. The first form, member identifier, should be your email address. You fill that in and make up a password. The rest of it is just your business card information.
Okay.
And you fill that in. And when you do that, you go down to the bottom and register. The next page will give you a chance to pay with your credit card.
All right.
Then when you're all finished that, you can come back to the same website, NREILS.com, and you can click on a special button at the top that says make an appointment. Do you see it up here, make an appointment? It's a yellow button up here.
Oh yeah, okay.
I'm going to click on it, and this will come up, which will be, and I'm going to suggest that you choose 60 minutes over here.
Okay.
And when you click on it, it'll open up and it'll come over here to select the date. And in your case, if you're thinking of Saturday, you click on that, and you'll see you have your times of the day. And if you want at 11 a.m., you click on that, you click on confirm, and you put your name and phone number in there.
All right.
And email. And then the instructions are in the email on what you're going to do. And what you'll end up doing, the instruction will be going back to our main website that supplies information for all our websites. Do you see this button here called Webinar Workshops? So you're going to come back here. That is where you're going to have the appointment tomorrow with me.
Okay. All right.
And our 2 computers will be connected, and then we'll go slowly through your haves and wants, and we'll explore opportunities to help you do business in the real estate business. And we'll go over websites, and we'll talk about the future, all the other things that can be done, and that we can keep you working using all these great cutting edge information tools that are helping brokers make tens of thousands of dollars. I'm going to, just one moment before, I'm going to hang up now. I'm going to give you my direct phone number, if I may, Hanafi.
Yes.
416.
Yeah.
214.
Yeah.
4875.
4875.
That's correct. Now, when you have an appointment with me, that is one time that we absolutely want you to call us. So when you do have an appointment time, please do call us. If you're having any trouble getting into the workshop, having our two computers connected, if there's any issues, just call that number. We have basically 100% solutions for everything.
All right.
That's because we've been helping brokers for 25 years here on the internet, getting them going. And after 1 or 2 sessions, you're going to feel very comfortable. Everyone does, being able to place information, search information, make a connection. If you ever have a question, give us a call, and or just make an appointment, get into a meeting, and we help you that way. And if you have an office with people, we can actually set up the same kind of webinar that we did today online for the Oakville and Milton Real Estate Association. We can actually do the same thing for your office.
Okay, that's good. So if I have a team, or I'm planning to have a team, maybe you can also do that.
That's right. Now, if you see this events button?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go down to this events over here on the left. I'm going to click on that. And you'll notice that this is the event here that we did today, May the 1st. You see that?
Yeah.
But you'll see there's another one coming up for Home Life. But there's another one coming up for Southern Bay Georgian Association, and it says all realtors worldwide invited.
Mm-hmm.
You can also send people to this one if you wanted to.
All right.
Or we can have one dedicated for your office. It's up to you.
Okay. And appointments, I can book an appointment anytime?
Anytime at all. You just go to our main website.
Okay.
And you click on make an appointment. And you can see all the days of the week come up. Click on 60. And this is all included. You know what we find? All the members that have joined, they really only need 1 or 2 sessions. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
And because you're going to know what to do you'll know what to do after 1 session, actually.
Yeah.
And then, but if you need another session, that's no problem. And you're going to feel 100% comfortable networking with the world with your information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 moment, please. I'm just going to leave something on the screen and sign off. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to leave our contact information here if I can, and then sign off with this. Oopsie daisy. I'm going to leave that contact information on the screen.
Yeah, we'll take a
And
picture.
people, you could take a picture now, because I'm about to actually hang up on the, oopsie daisy. Hang on, let me go back for you. Leave that there. Let me know if you managed to take a picture.
I did, yeah.
Okay, good show. All right, now we're going to stop the webinar here. I'm going to see if I can do that. Hold on. There's the recording. Sharing. There it is.